well, he's automatically going to get a scholarship. But or you know what I mean, if he's a player. But yeah. So, they go to college, they put on weight, and that sophomore year, this 190-pound kid now is like 280 and is like a machine. But you bring some old guys in.
I'm telling you, old man. Just and tell the guy every day that one of the players was mean to, like one of the other players on the other team was mean to your daughter. Have the 38-year-old offensive lineman who's got a 7-year-old about to rip up somebody's head,
Yeah.
Oh, big fat guy out there.
The problem would be like with the girls and stuff. That would be a problem.
That'd be a problem. You'd have to have the wife live with you on campus.
Yeah.
And she'd have to probably go to meetings and all that good stuff with you because she would not trust you.
You've had a couple of the Northwestern State guys that were married and they live, and all that stuff. So
Jacob was married.
They swear.
He and Katie were boyfriend and girlfriend from the minute he hit campus, and they got married before his junior year. So,
wow. Can you imagine?
No. I can imagine what it would have been like if you had not been married and being that popular at LSU.
It's called cleaning up.
Yeah, I remember not being popular nor athletic and enjoying life as a single man in college. So I got to go, which is nice.
Yeah.
6:16 the time. Ed Hardy is in the house. Rogers Hampton and I. Speaking of banks, GBT wouldn't let a Madrid couch go by. I'll tell you that much.
No, they wouldn't.
They'd have caught that in a heartbeat. Remember when I was at the National League Championship Series a couple of years ago? Bought stuff at Wrigleyville right outside the stadium. 11:30, 11:45 at night. Boom. Spend like $110 on a couple of T-shirts. Get a text. Did you make this purchase? Blah, 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 blue. And I was like, yeah. So I texted back, yes. Very good. We will let it go through. Holy moly.
Yeah, that's good.
They're everywhere, man.
So they didn't have to call you.
No, dude.
And whenever you see a foreign number, I'm not answering.
Yeah, you're not answering
No.
anyway.
Well, GBT, they just are always taking care of you, man. We love our bank. We know that if you are a GBT customer, you know how we feel. Stopped by the Line Avenue branch yesterday, went through the ATM. There were 9 cars in the lot at the 3400 Line Avenue branch. And we were the third person in line at the ATM, and there was one in the drive-thru. So there were 13 cars.
They still have that interest thing.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's
oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh, I love it. GBT, Mansfield Road, Williamson Way, 3400 Line Avenue, East Texas, next to the Bellagio. Tim Fletcher Show. Rogers Hampton, joined by our old pal Ed Hardy, sitting in for Adam Hester today. We'll be back right after this. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser. Locally owned and operated, Chevyland has just a cornucopia of 2019 Chevy Silverados and Silverado 2500 HDs up to 10% off through GM Financial or 0% financing with $1,500 off on all crew cabs. Slide on in to a brand new Silverado at Chevyland. We care about you. We love Red River Brewing for a lot of reasons, but this is just so cool.
What's
The Louisiana National Guardsmen, the 39th Military Police Company, recently went through some training, getting ready to go overseas.
Yeah.
Red River Brewing brewed a special beer and hosted a family day for them.
Oh.
They named a beer for them, Fear the Dark, and it features the 39th MP logo with a Black Panther on it.
Oh, that's cool.
It is so cool. Once again, Red River Brewing just gets what this community's all about.
That's very cool. I love Red River.
I know that Little League and Dixie League seasons are over. Travel ball's coming up, though.
It is. Never ends.
Sports World's got you covered.
They do. Bats, gloves, the works.
Pants.
Yep. Gotta have
jerseys.
pants.
They can make your custom jerseys there at Sports World, your local uniform professional since 1973. They literally are the baseball and softball go-to guys.
Have been for years.
And they will continue to be for years. Since 1973, 8809 Joella, Sports World. Choice personnel, get on the road to a better life with First Choice Personnel, 797-7810. Rogers, are you a guy that likes the house cooler during the daytime, or do you like it cool when you go to Betty Bye?
I like it cool when it's Betty Bye time.
Oh, me too, buddy. Is there not a better feeling than just kind of when you get up in the morning and it's like ice cold after you get out of the sheets and blankets?
It's so cold you don't want to get out of bed, but it made being in bed that much better.
That's what AccuTemp's all about, making being in bed that much better. 861-2255. Did you hear that interview we had the other day with the Northwestern State softball player?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, she was great.
And here's the deal. Her dad played baseball at Northwestern State.
Yeah, I remember.
Her grandfather played football at Northwestern
really?
State. Yeah. So it's been a family tradition to go to NSU.
Yeah, long lineage. You know, my mother was a demon.
I know that.
And now my nephew is a demon. It's just something like families do.
Northwestern State University. It's your family's university in Natchitoches. Every day here on the old Tim Fletcher Show, we get hungry for biscuits with sausage, egg, and cheese.
Or bacon.
Or bacon. And every day, while you were in school, you had the opportunity, Adam Hester, to stop by Swoop.
If I had a free minute, I would make that stop before I went to Calvary. No brainer. Sausage or bacon. That was the only choice I had to make.
That's pretty good. Only two choices in your mind to goodness.
Yes.
Swoop. Bert Coons, just off I-49. The goodness of breakfast biscuits. Your local uniform professional since 1973. Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
If it's LSU sports, it's on 1130 The Tiger.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. 1130 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hampton. Download the 1130 The Tiger app. You'll be glad you did. Crystal clear broadcast, studio quality sound coming through your airways, so your speakers. Brewer Quality Homes, Donnie Brewer and company will be in studio tomorrow morning to kickstart their super summer sizzling days.
I'll leave questions.
Please do. We all have questions for Donnie, and some, Adam swears that he thinks that Donnie is either a double-knot spy or a CIA agent or something.
He's got a good cover, a good
He's got
front.
a very good cover. Got a really good cover. So, Donnie Brewer in studio tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
Is that why he sells them so cheap? Because it's not like, it's a total front.
Yeah, absolutely. It is absolutely a front for his business as a CIA spy. That's what we're going with. So Donnie Brewer in studio tomorrow to jumpstart the Super Summer Sizzling Dales. Everything sale, everything Donnie touches turns to sold. 3830 East Texas up to $10,000 off homes all day, every day. Well, at least this weekend. All day, every day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know what I mean, Rogers. Ed Hardy is joining us in studio. Ed Hardy, what's going on, my man?
Man, I've been covered up, so I'm glad you called. Get a little vent whatever left in my brain. Summer's a busy season for anybody in the real estate business, so it is just, we were talking about it, before we got on the air. It is just, anybody I know, everybody, so many people work out, it's hot.
It's hot, dude.
It didn't, the temperature,
So hot.
It used to be when it's 97 to 100, you're like, okay, this is like 92 outside. I'm like,
Right.
man, this has got to
It's
be.
hotter now than it was 3 years ago, and it was 108.
Right.
And I don't get it. I went
me
for a
neither.
walk yesterday afternoon, got back about 8:15, and I told Allie, I think I'm about to die.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Right.
And we decided to do the fasting from. We went to that hot dog eating contest yesterday with the Danger Boys at 3:30.
Where was that?
Downtown with Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a hot dog from Mickey's hot dog stand at like 3:30.
Yeah, doing well.
I didn't eat anything else until I got here. So, So after walking and I was down in some water, I was like, dude, I'm too old for this stuff, man. Just too old.
That's Danger Boy stuff.
It is Danger Boy stuff. Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line, talking about guys who have gone back. It's reminded Zach Van Rossenberg, LSU punters, 29.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're on to something.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the
Wasn't Brad Wing a little older as well?
I think so, yeah.
You know that he was, I bet he had a good time on campus.
Oh, of course, and check it out. He's from Australia, but I mean, how many like still to this day we don't know how old Yuri Gurriel is. Rogers. I mean, is he 28? Is he 38? Who knows?
Is he 38?
Nobody.
Is Cuba really going to hand over?
Yoldan Alvarez or whatever?
Yeah.
How's that guy?
No, he's not.
He's Cuban, right? Is he Cuban?
I think so.
Speaking of the Astros there. Ab tells us that Brian West was the West Monroe All-State defensive lineman back with Brady James. He was a high pick for the Astros. He went back like in the early 2000s to go to LSU as a defensive lineman.
Hey, thank you, Ab.
So Ab was a big old boy back in the day too. He wasn't quite as fit and trim back in his Houghton days as he is now.
You can't, man. Cornbread and
no. How come I went the opposite?
Hush puppies.
If I were as thin now as I was back then, people would literally...
You look, I saw some old pictures of you. You look exactly like Sid when you were younger. I mean, to a T. But I mean, you...
Sid.
No, I mean... Yeah, I mean, you... Well, I'm not going to say you look good, but I mean, we all look better as girls. Obviously, I've got a daughter, so I can attest to that, but...
Yes,
you do.
You have marked your you have marked your daughter quite well.
But you were razor thin. You didn't eat, man. So y'all went from town to town, and y'all were gypsies,
house to house. We stayed in the same town. We just moved house to house.
But you were like, so you were in a rural town. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But you were sticking. It's so weird because you would think you'd be moving from farm to farm, but you're like house to house, like country gypsy.
We were country gypsy. Yeah.
So did you eat?
We
did
were
you eat?
Dirtfoot before Dirtfoot. We were country gypsy, grunge, funk, grumble.
Does Mama Fletcher have like 3 square
we
meals?
Ate much greasy stuff.
But she had 3 square meals, or
dude, yeah.
That's what I thought.
I'd line up with the sugary cereal in the morning before school. Lunch, would be something. I'd pack 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, peanut butter vanilla wafers, nutty bars, an apple that'd be thrown away, chocolate milk,
throw it away.
And then go to practice, and I'd come home, and I would eat. I cannot tell you how many times, and I don't know, this is probably why my cholesterol's so good now. I would eat a half dozen raw egg milkshakes. I would do almost a half a gallon of ice cream in the blender, 4 or 5 eggs raw, chocolate syrup, milk, and blend up, and I would have a
They had blenders back then? Kid.
And I have the blender full of a milkshake every day to try to gain weight.
Really?
And then we would have lard-based fried pork chops because we would save parents would save the grease from whatever you did and put it in the coffee can and just use that as the next grease,
Really?
And they would take a spoonful of that and put it in like the frozen corn.
Oh my God!
And warm it up. The canned
How awesome would
green
that
beans.
be?
Oh, it tasted fantastic. Everything tasted like fried pork chops at our house.
But Joe Fletcher still, I mean, he's kicking. Does he have cholesterol issues?
No.
God. I mean, this sucks. I've got cholesterol, and heck, I had diabetes for a minute.
You run,
for a
take
minute.
care of yourself.
Dude, and then you got you, and I got some other friends. I'm like, oh, I'm healthy, whatever. I'm like, dude, you were like, not talking about you, but I'm like, you're complete lush. You're complete, and how the heck can you not? This is a bunch of, you know what? I can't say it.
I know the friends of yours you're talking about.
Well, yes, you do. You know them well.
So I went in for a little health scare, and the 28-year-old nurse said, Mr. Fletcher, your heart's in better shape than mine. I was like, boom! Take that, little girl.
It's all that cornbread and grease.
You're going to die before me. She's like, that is really not a
and
very proper
Rogers
thing to
never
say.
missed a day, and he doesn't eat.
No,
you miss much vegetables or what?
Oh, no, I hate vegetables.
All he eats is meat and beer.
I have tried
fruit. He's eating a couple of fruit.
Yeah. Have you ever had gout? Couldn't like gout like
Yes, I have.
You had
I barely
see.
got a boot off one time because of gout.
How hard it like
I could feel my foot swelling. I was like, I was in a bar. What's going on? I barely got that boot off.
What'd you switch to in the interim to make it go away?
Whiskey?
I stopped the fried food for a while.
Yeah.
Fried is what does it for me.
Ah.
He loves.
That's what they all say.
He loves.
No, right now I'm trying a little fruit here and there because my blood pressure, cholesterol issues I've been having to deal with because since my significant other had to get new doctors, the other doctor was writing blood pressure medicine for me through her. And now the new doctor's not. So I'm not on any blood pressure medicine, and I can tell. So I'm having to try to adjust by maybe a little more water, a little less Coke, an apple just to make me feel better, an orange to make me feel better, because now all of a sudden I'm like, I can feel it's starting to fluster, blood pressure. Oh, I don't have it anymore. But I'm not going to say the doctor's name that illegally wrote the
self-diagnosis
for me through her. But I appreciate that for the last couple of years.
That was nice.
But now that we're in the system, till I get in the system,
right?
Shannon's in the system. I'm not.
Can't you go to some of those walk-up joints where you just
You can, but if they can't fix you, ask Fletch. Then they send you to the ER, and then you get a $2,000 bill.
Yeah.
He did that. He did the procedure.
Urgent care did everything right.
Yes, yes. They did everything right, but they could only help you to a point.
In so many ways, like with the flu and pneumonia.
Yes,
right.
But at a certain point, they're like, you probably want to go.
When he thought he was having a heart attack, there's only a certain point they can. Okay, you need to go to the hospital to get.
But heart attack. When you go into an ER and there's people arms barely hanging on. If you got a heart attack, you're
exactly right. That's what happened with Shannon that last time when I got to that ER and she couldn't breathe, and all of a sudden the lady saw that she was gasping. Boom! All of a sudden, we had no insurance, but she's about to die. Boom! We were back there.
Right.
They have to take.
I need to remember that next time I have to go to the doctor.
No, if you are having breathing trouble, they will. You're right. Yeah. There'll be somebody with an arm hanging off. But if you're gasping for air, because if you die right there in their waiting room and they didn't do anything to help you, that's going to be worse for them than if they didn't take you back. At least if they take you back and you die there, hey, we took them back.
That's true.
But they died right there and you didn't do anything? Ooh.
It's all about the squeaky wheel.
That's exactly
that grease, baby. Right. Well, guys, we know that today is the opening day of the British Open, and
poor old Rory.
Well, before we get to poor old Rory, poor old David Duvall started off with back-to-back birdies.
Ooh.
Nice.
See this year's Tom Watson?
He was 2 under through 2, 2 under through 4. Unfortunately, a little snowman action on the fifth hole, a quadruple bogey, so it made him 2 over. Bogey's the next hole. That put him at 3 over. And then he carded a 13.
That's my kind of golf.
Par 5, 7th hole. 8 over par on 1 hole.
That's living.
David Duvall, birdie, par, quadruple bogey, 8 over par on 1 hole. That'll wreck you. Damn near killed him. And Rory McIlroy off to a slow start, the odds-on favorite because he's playing his home course. Rory opened his round with a quadruple bogey, a snowman, on the first hole.
Snowman.
Parred the second, bogeyed the third, so he was 5 over through 3. He just birdied the 7th hole to get back to 4 over par.
So the British Open's where it's always raining and windy, right?
Right.
Now, what's the tip? Is it rough right now or what?
Let's just see. Let's see what the
Winkin Burns and how many do you have to do you have to be a top?
You have to qualify
50
for it, yeah.
So they just not.
This is an NBC thing. This is the only thing that I hate. NBC. Hate it. It's the only thing that Hulu and all that good stuff doesn't.
NBC what? They're not on DirecTV.
Yeah. Who gets to watch them now? They're not on DirecTV. They're not on Universe. They're not on Hulu. So,
yeah.
There you go. But so far the scores are a little outrageous for at least for Rory. Leading the way right now is Webb Simpson, who's 5 under par through 16 holes. Shane Lowry, Alex Noren, Sergio Garcia, 3 under through 15. Tiger, by the way, yet to get on the golf course. Rogers is extremely excited for the Tiger Watch today. He loves him some Tiger Woods. 320-1130. That's the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Season tickets are available right now. Get in touch with Kimberly over the Mudbugs office, 636-7094, 636-7094. Go to mudbugshockey.com. Training camp opens next month. The season is the month after that. North American Hockey League. 4th year in a row here, EH. Mudbugs Hockey.
Didn't you say they have some games early in the season now?
Yeah, they do.
Because a lot of times the fair kind of gets in the way of everything.
They have last year they were loaded up in February and March with a ton of home games. This year it's a little bit more spread out.
That's better.
So, yeah, you don't have to wait as long to kind of get into a groove as a Mudbug fan. So we're excited about that. Allie's very pumped for the 4th year in a row. We are season ticket buyers with the Mudbugs, so very, very excited.
Yeah.
Text us on the Bayou Bellways Trash Text line, 489-7453, 489-7453. SEC Media Days NFL football training camp's opening. The BO is underway, and Ed Hardy is in the house. We'll be back on 11:30 The Tiger right after this. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser. Daiquiri Express has absolutely become the go-to spot for the Fletcher family. When we say it's been a long day, it's hot outside, what can we do to make our afternoon better? Happy hour at Daiquiri Express. It makes every afternoon better. There may not be a better proponent of Chill and Hill than the guy sitting next to me, Adam Hester.
Yes.
You love Chill and Hill, what it can do.
The cryotherapy, the Normatec, I need that. Gotta have it.
The Normatec, it's literally like going to a masseuse, but much shorter time and just cooler stuff because it's like wearing ski pants.
Yeah, like putting on masseuse pants.
Where can I find those masseuse pants? Only one place.
Chill and Hill.
798-4325. Make your appointment. Chill and Hill, 798-4325.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
Hey everybody, it's Russell Hall with Bayou Bell Waste.
This is also Clint McCullough with Bayou Bell Waste. We want to talk to you about our experience here on the Tim Fletcher Show.
Yeah, him and Jacob Hester have been great people to hang out with. And wait, Did you say Jim?
I did say Jim, and you do realize that it's Adam Hester, not Jacob.
Dude, I had him sign my paper.
That's why he looked at you funny. Okay.
Well, listen. Regardless of Jim, Tim, Jacob, Adam, these guys are phenomenal, and we advertise with them because of the return that they get for us, and they can do the same for you. Give them a call today.
We here at Bayou Bell Waste sponsor the Bayou Bell Trash Text Line, 318-489-7453. Hey, reach out to them if you want to be a sponsor here on the Tim Fletcher Show. Have a great day.
Did you know that every Cabco home that you find at Brewer Quality Homes is customizable? Yeah. If you want a cardboard cutout of Donnie Brewer in the bathroom, you can have that happen. If you want a life-size hologram of Nate Dizzle at your kitchen table, I think they can make that happen. Or better yet, pick the flooring, countertops, backsplash, choose the vents in the ceiling or the floor, cabinet, trim, appliance packages, all that and more. You can do that with Cabco at Brewer Quality Homes. But I think I'd like that hologram now. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU Sports, 11:30 The Tiger.
Welcome back, everybody. 11:30 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show. Johnny C. says it looks sunny and windy at the BO. Everyone's wearing sweaters. Very nice. Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hampton Jr. We are joined in studio by our old pal Ed Hardy, who we love to death. Haven't seen him in a month of Sundays. Glad he's here with us. Our show presented to you by the great people over Bayou Bell, the nice guys who love talking trash. 671-9900. Everywhere I go, I see the gray dumpsters with the magnolia blossom. More and more businesses choosing to make Bayou Bell their waste company because it just makes sense. Saves you money, better service, no tricky contracts, and you're dealing with a locally owned business, family-owned business that turns that money around, and they invest it in their company and hire more people. They're looking for more drivers. 671-9900. Get in touch with two phones. The big magnolia himself, Russell Hall, and the owner, Top Dog Big Cheese, Clem McCullough. Ed Hardy. Training camps are underway. Rookies have reported. You excited?
No. I mean, I think when your team sucks, you're excited about the rookies because you're thinking, oh, my gosh, this guy might. I mean, as far as a Saints fan, we're so unbelievably loaded. It's like, I don't even honestly think any of them are going to make an impact this year.
For the Saints, yeah. Well, the McCoy kid.
Oh, well, yeah.
The center.
They started.
But, yeah, what we were talking about yesterday is the fact that the Saints don't really need these guys to show up. There's a couple of safeties that were taken in the later rounds that, okay, if we have injuries, if there's, dime coverage or whatever, you might need so you bring in another guy to give someone a spell. Maybe they make the roster that way, but everywhere else, dude, tight end taken care of.
Very much so.
Offensive line taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterbacks taken care of. Defensive line taken care of. Linebackers squared away. I have an idea, EH. I want to see Taysom Hill play a little safety this year.
I heard you say that yesterday. Yeah, I don't know if he's got the wheels for it, but
dude,
I mean, he's got the wheels like when he's got the ball in his hands, but I don't know if he's.
He runs like a 2.840.
Yeah, he's quick.
He's amazing.
I think the way how Sean Payton uses him is kind of. Well, I'm kind of going to go off track, but like how you should read so much about Cliff Kingsbury and how he's going to just his style of offense is going to revolutionize the NFL, huh? Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't think so, man. I mean, revolutionize is like if that was the case, why hadn't that happened? It's still the same Tom Brady, it's still the same, Roethlisberger. It's that, and I'll see it when I got to believe it if I see it, whatever. I mean, it's just not happening yet. So. Going back to, like, Taysom Hill, it's those little trinket pieces. It's like Kamara. I mean, who'd have thought? Why would they go back down the third round and get Kamara and give up a second-round pick or whatever they gave up? I was like, what are they thinking? This guy, if he's so great, he should have been – and he didn't have much tread on the tire, but Peyton saw him as, man, this is what the NFL is. It's, who needs a running back? And he's right. I mean, if I was a batter and I was, I would get away from the running back position as fast as I could.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, and all this concussion and safety. When's the last time they were worried about the running backs? Like, oh, hey, I mean, they're getting killed. You know what I'm saying? So, but he saw a need for that and for Kamara, and he's doing things that a lot of people are trying to do but can't do. And Taysom Hill is that way. It's awesome when he gets in the game.
There is something to be said for you. You've still got to pick up the 2 yards in a cloud of dust occasionally, right? You're still going to have that need for someone to burrow through there and pick up the hard yards, 4th and 1, 3rd and short, that kind of stuff, even though a lot of the analytics tell you that on 3rd and short, you need to be throwing the football. 2nd and 1, throwing the football. But there's so many running backs that are the Alvin Kamaras of the world now that they aren't necessarily going to be having to, if the defensive tackle slips his block, that's what the running back is going to – Kamara's not going to have too many opportunities to get squashed by an interior defensive lineman.
Right.
And so that's why, knock on wood, hopefully that's what keeps him healthy. And that's where Ingram came in as the battering ram, and obviously that's what we're kind of expecting to happen with Murray here. But when you're someone like Ezekiel Elliott, when you are the combination of that,
right.
You're the guy who's supposed to get the tough yards, and you're the guy who's going to be going outside, taking a little flare pass from the quarterback, Dak Prescott, and you're the guy doing the wheel route. I just think that the wear and tear on a guy like that, the Cowboys are going to end up paying Ezekiel Elliott, and they're going to end up with egg on their face is what's going to happen.
For me, there's already rumblings he's going to hold out. So they're so head deep in the Dak situation. But you're right, and I had him on fantasy league, and he came through for me until then. But the thing is he takes a beating. He really does.
He really is.
But golly, when he gets the engine going. But the thing is that how long can you hold that up? So
you can't, and that's why you see these guys. Saquon Barkley may be one of the last running backs taken as high as he was. What? Who's going to take a running back in the top 10 ever again? Unless there's just no reason to.
And Alabama has been putting them out for years. But even those guys, it's like you could get a Drake or something, in the 6th round, and he blows it up in the NFL. But then you get like who's Derrick the guy?
Henry.
Who's all of a sudden
Trent Richardson.
Trent Richardson, who's a joke. So it's like it's kind of a crapshoot. I love the running back position. I think it's don't get me wrong. I mean, I love passing, obviously, since way back when. But, there is that element of just, grinding it out and stuff and knowing you're going to get those yards and deuce and, jumping forward after you get hit. And Pierre Thomas was probably the most underrated because he would get hit and he just would always fall forward. And
he was the Jacob Hester of the Saints.
He was, yeah.
Still don't think Jacob ever lost a yard at LSU in his life. Fist Pump, noted Falcons fan, text in, Saints are loaded. Famous last word. Falcons sweep the Saints this year now thanks to EH.
I don't believe in all that.
Here's what the Falcons have got going on. Yeah, they signed Debo Jones yesterday. Big deal. Huge deal for the LSU Tiger. Much deserved. 4-year, $57 million deal. Good for Deion Jones, a.k.a. Debo. These are the players they have extended, according to Dove Kleinman on Twitter, since 2017. These are contracts the Falcons have out there. Matt Ryan, 5 years, $150 million. Jake Matthews, 5 years, $75 million. Defensive tackle Grady Jarrett, 4 years, $68 million. Desmond Trufant, the cornerback, 5 years, $68 million. Debo, 4 years, $57 million. Devontae Freeman, 5 years, $41 million. That's 6 players who are going to be taking up about 75% of your salary cap. So basically, they're turned into the Lakers. We got a good 35-40% of a roster, but everybody else is going to be a bunch of slack-jawed slackers or rookies that have got to come through.
Their secondary is...
That's not counting Julio Jones' salary.
Oh, he's not. That's coming.
And
Their
Ridley
whoever just texted in, the secondary of the Falcons is atrocious. And when Brent Grimes is your is your number 2 and almost number 1, and I mean that's scary. And then if they get any injuries back there, and especially I don't know why they didn't draft somebody first round. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm off, but I mean, last time I checked, getting a good cornerback with your first pick, Lattimore, really pays off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Trufant, Keanu O'Neal, who was great in John Wick 3, but I don't know. Ricardo Allen and Isaiah Oliver.
No.
Who he? They drafted Kendall Sheffield in the 4th round. Mr. Sheffield! Again, another who he.
The NFL, so I'm looking at the schedule right here. I mean, who knows? I mean, last year, I'm going to be honest with you, I was thinking 8-8, 7-9 for the Saints. Just to solve the lineup, the schedule was just brutal, right? And they did what they did. It's just it's armchair quarterbacking this early. I mean, it's so hard. I mean, like right now, I have every intention that they're going to do well, but I mean, you never know. And I think a lot of it has to do with team dynamic and stuff because every year is different. But if you just have the same core group of cats and who can still push the needle, to get them motivated. And I think, what more motivation? It's still hard to talk about, but after all that, debacle. There's got to be some still left in there, like something to prove.
The Falcons, by the way, most likely starting 2 rookies on the offensive line. You would think if you draft them both in the first round, you're going to start them, right?
Yeah.
I got one in the 14th pick and one with the 31st pick, so you've got to think those 2 guys are going to be starting right out of the chute.
And was that a copycat kind of deal? Because that's seemed to work for a lot of teams.
It does. Work for the Cowboys, and I don't hate that for the Falcons. I hate the Falcons, but I don't hate that draft. I mean, you invested a lot of money in Matt Ryan. You've invested a lot of money in your wide receivers, and now with Devontae Freeman, there's a whole lot of cash tied up in keeping all those people as clean as possible. And they've done it. And now that's the smart thing for the Falcons is if these guys do pan out, and that's Chris Lindstrom, the big lineman out of Boston College, and Caleb McGarry out of Washington, if those cats do pan out, you've got bargains for 4 years at the offensive line, like what the Saints are experiencing with Ramczyk. If they're as good as Ryan Ramczyk, then that's a wow pick. But here's hoping they're not. Coach P on the Bayou Bellways Trash Text line. Good to hear EH on the show this morning.
Thank you.
Johnny C, I don't guess that fasting before a big tournament works. Phil finished at 5 over. Yeah, not too smart there, Phil. I'm going to lose 15 pounds in the week and not eat, and then I'm going to go try to play 4 rounds of golf in windy, brutal conditions.
Why do you hate him so much? That's like you don't really hate hardly anybody, but you do not like him. You never have.
I just had heard through the grapevine that he was just kind of a jerk and that he was really fake. But I've started turning the corner a little bit when he started his Twitter account, and he's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
And the fact that he kind of has the I don't give a rat's rear end attitude is kind of fun as well.
Yeah.
He kind of is obnoxious. The whole dancing thing that he did I thought was pretty funny.
Right.
So I'm actually kind of turning the corner, but he's nearly 50. He's not going to win ever again. Now I kind of like the guy when he's ever going to win anymore.
You need to ask next time you talk to Tom's, get some dirt. See, that'll be the real barometer.
David won't give us dirt on anything.
He won't?
No. He wouldn't give
guy.
you. He always. David's too nice.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would be able to get dirt out of David Toms. It'd have to involve. I think I'd have to slip him a Mickey. You know,
he'd be asleep,
and then he'd be asleep. And I'd be, well, this sucks.
Yeah,
I've knocked out David Toms. Now I got nothing except David's going to be really ticked off that I slipped him a Mickey, and he's never going to talk to me again. So that's a bad situation all the way around. I guess I just will never get any dirt from. Now, Hal would be somebody, but now Hal's so far removed from some of these guys. I bet Hal's got some. Well, I know David's got some stories too, but he just won't.
I think it's Cush, because Cush always has good stories. But who was the guy? Oh man, I don't know. I just forgot. He was married to Wayne Gretzky's daughter.
Yeah, Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, and she is, by the way, smoking. But he had the stories of him.
Daughter of the great one.
Stories of them and their two. That's a golfing escapade. I mean, there's some stories there to be told. Now, Cush, he could have fabricated a little bit.
Cush has got his own inside stuff.
He does.
He's trying to make a second living on some of this stuff.
Trying to. Talking about, we got a new car.
6:51 the time, 9 minutes before the hour of 7 o'clock. EH is in the house with us, and we are pumped up about that. Landers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. Go Landers.com. Have you guys seen the new Ram 1500 and Ram 2500? Boy, howdy. They, I know obviously they do it on purpose. They post photos and videos of this stuff. I fall hook, line, and sinker because we love our Ram truck. It's a 2014. Been around the block a few times, 121,000 miles on it. Still rides great. As a matter of fact, on the way out here today, I thought, you know what, this old gal needs a little washing. And I looked down in the seat between me and the console. I'm like, there's stuff growing in there. I need to get that vacuumed out. So I want to get it all cleaned up and gussied up. But I look at her, and I'm like, man, she's good looking. But have you seen these? Woo! All right. You know, I get a little older, and the Rams, they just stay the same.
Why don't you be somebody and get a red for Razorback Red and just really make the
Let's go ahead and flaunt
make the plunge. Yes.
We almost did Razorback Red. It came down to the one that we've got, the 5.7 liter Hemi.
Looks great. I mean,
4x4. What is it? The not the Big Chief edition. That's Ben's legal pad. What is it? Bighorn. The Bighorn edition 4x4. Yeah. Or they had a Bighorn 4x4 diesel. And it was Razorback Red. And I went ahead and chose the black. For whatever reason, I know I'm just dumb. I just stayed away from the diesel. I don't know why. I think because diesel prices are still pretty high and were high back then. But you get better gas mileage with it, and that Cummins diesel engine is like one of the most efficient diesel engines.
Man, you could go Montana and back.
Yeah. I wondered about that. I wonder if that was a mistake or not. I mean, like I said, it's a really quiet ride. I know the diesel's got a little bit more of a clack, 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 clack.
You get some muscle. I mean, you got to bring it.
But it was Razorback Red. I could have done it, man.
So you could get on.
I didn't have the gonads.
You could get back on the bandwagon like early and really flaunt it. But if Morris can turn this thing around, and then rather than just really
okay.
Dude, I don't know, man. Have you seen?
Got a couple of commits from Marshall and Jefferson yesterday. What do you know? East Texas kids deciding to go to Arkansas. Huh? Who would have thought? It's getting ready to. Beast, Texas is getting ready to take over Fayetteville.
My sister has season tickets now since my niece is going through. So I've got
buy low. She's probably got him a good deal. She may be able to get in the club.
You ever want to sit? Yeah, she's got good seats. Yeah. So if you ever want some tickets, All
right, I'll do it. I'm all in. Razorback Red Rams, go get them at Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, 2701 Benton Road, just south of 220 underneath the 2,400 square foot American flag. EA's with us with Rogers Hampton on this lovely Thursday morning. Ed Hardy back in the saddle again, sitting in for the vacationing Lord Hester. He was at a soccer game last night. I think he's going to the baseball game. Is it tomorrow?
I think so.
The Saturday, right? Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Going to the Mariners-Angels game. I'm like, How much are we paying this guy? That's ridiculous. I've got his PayPal. I think I can siphon stuff out of his account. I think he's getting too much money. He would love that. 6:54. We will be back on 11:30 The Tiger right after this. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser. The CL on the DL, Cantina Laredo, and the shops at Belle Meade on Uri Drive has become the oasis in a Shreveport summer. Holy moly. Just sitting on the patio and letting life kind of drift through at Cantina Laredo. The food is outrageously good. The drinks are incredible. It's Cantina Laredo. That's all they deal in.
At Walgreens, we know that your day doesn't stop for diabetes. So when you've got places to go and people to see, count on Walgreens every day to get expert diabetes advice 24/7. Find all major brands of testing supplies like Walgreens True Metrics in-store and online. And download tools to help you stay on track, like our 5-star mobile app with Pill Reminder. At Walgreens, we are your diabetes go-to. Stop by and talk to your pharmacist today. Walgreens, trusted since 1901.
O'Reilly. If your vehicle isn't stopping like it used to, visit O'Reilly Auto Parts for a set of Brake Best Select brake pads and 2 Brake Best Select rotors. And you'll receive a $25 O'Reilly gift card by mail. Enjoy quiet, safe, worry-free braking. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At JCPenney, when the sun's out, the sale's on. Friday through Sunday, grab sizzling savings across the store. Like 60% off select swimwear for her and 40 to 50% off select shorts and tees for him and her. Plus, take an extra 20% off with your JCPenney credit card and coupon. Check the app wallet for more savings. Hurry in for the hottest summer deals for 3 days only at JCPenney. Offers valid 7/19 to 7/21. Credit offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions apply. See store at jcp.com for details.
With the Discover It Miles card, you can go further than you've ever gone before. Like sun on your face, book in your hand, kids playing in the sand further. Because the Discover It Miles card offers unlimited 1.5 miles on every purchase and will automatically match all the miles you earn at the end of your first year. So that means your 35,000 miles could become 70,000. It's just that easy. So get out there with your Discover It Miles card today. Limitations apply. Discover match for new card members only. Learn more at discover.com/travel.
Attention CDL truck drivers. My name is Clint. I'm with Bayou Bell and White's Environmental. We are looking for CDL truck drivers to add to our organization that's been going since 1981. They have great benefits. Get more information on our website. Drivers. We need you. Come on.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City. If it's LSU sports, it's on 11:30 The Tiger.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking.
What's happening, everybody? 11:30 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hampton and Ed Hardy in the house. The blast from the past. Glad to have him in here alongside. Dude, once again, we told you we had walk-ons the other night. I've been thinking about when we were doing the little intermediate fasting last night. I was thinking, wait a minute. 24 hours ago, I had blackened chicken Alfredo. And now I've got nothing. Blackened chicken Alfredo from Walk-Ons is better than just about everything. And then especially when you compare it to the nothing that I had for dinner last night, it is really good.
So I'm talking right across from me from a aficionado of the drive-in, the delivery. So,
yeah.
And because I get home late and I don't, and I don't tell wifey one time I'm coming home. So it's like, she gave up on that.
Right.
You get walk-ons. It's the only one that's the takeout. It's so good.
I don't know how they package their food.
I don't know either. It's hot.
But it's hot, and it's always perfect.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you can even get the mozzarella logs delivered, and they're still good.
Yes. And that's rare.
And I would not order that from anywhere else. But imagine going to the restaurant and getting them. Oh, boy.
Not to mention all the other libations.
They got a few. especially the little corner tables where the beer is literally on the table. You get to pour your own until Roger shows up, and I think that's when Brandon Landry would call McJunkins and say, we need to get that table out of there. Some guy drank $488 worth of beer last night and only paid $20. How'd that happen? Walk-Ons, Bistro and Bar, ESPN's #1 sports bar in America. Airline Drive north of 220. You'll find them in Shreveport on Uri, south of East 70th. That's what we're here for, walk-ons, watching games, British Open. Quick update on the BO. Shane Lowry has finished his round at 4 under. He is the clubhouse leader. Webb Simpson is at 4 under. Dylan Fratelli, Kevin Kistner, Alex are all 4 under. Alex Norton finished at 3 under. Checking in on Rory, who started off with a quadruple bogey. A quadruple bogey to get his day started. He has turned it around a little bit. He is down to 3 over par through 9. So 4 over on his first hole, 1 under over his next 8. Phil Mickelson, 5 over for the round. And David Duval, who had a 13 on a hole, is 13 over par through 10 holes. Don't think Dave's going to make the cut.
No.
Looking kind of tough. Looking bleak.
But he was like, wasn't it him versus Tiger for a while? That was,
Yeah, Duval was the #1 golfer in the world.
Right.
Shot the 59 in a round. Won the British Open, which is why he's able to go play the British Open. He won something else, too. Did he win the U.S. or the PGA?
So once you won it, you're always in?
I think there's something like that.
Yeah. Well, heck.
And then he just kind of fell off.
Billy Joe won the celebrity thing. They don't
Yeah.
let him back in. So they need to adopt that situation. That was so funny, that interview. That was awesome.
Yes. One of our dude who's just a good dude, Randy Bradford, texted in. Fletch, this is Randy. I'm thinking EH is DR's son. So I wish I could throw a story about him out there. He's a trip in a great way.
Oh, there's many stories. Many stories.
You are definitely DR's son.
Yes. Oh, Randy, very well. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin. He's a
trip, that's for certain.
Oh, I've been hearing stories all my life, and just things that he's done. And even as a kid, I was like, I don't believe any of this, because some of it you can't believe it. And then his buddies tell the exact same story,
right?
And I'm like, holy! So I had a lot to live up to, and I tried to be kind of rogue there for a while, and I couldn't do it. You gotta give it to the master. He wrote the book on it.
He wrote the book and broke the mold.
He did.
I think one of my favorite things about your pops is that he still calls your mom, who is just fantastic, still refers to as his current wife.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
It's his only wife.
That's his only wife. Yeah.
That he's ever had.
So, as far as we know.
Current wife, I think that's just so stinking. For whatever reason, I still think that's so stinking funny.
He does. They've got a great relationship.
Yes, they do.
And they never fight. I never saw them fight ever when I was a kid, and still get along great. So it's a pretty cool deal, man.
Yep. The Ole Miss cheerleader and DR. Taking care of business, man. Bayou Bellway's Trash text line. So Phil went from a D-size bra to a C cup.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Showtime says, Fletch, that diesel in the half-ton gets like 28 to 30 miles per gallon, LOL. Yeah, that's what the sales guy was telling me. He goes, well, the diesel prices are higher, but you're going to get like 27 miles a gallon.
Right.
Yeah, but the nozzle's like a different colored thing.
Yeah, if you mess up and put a different... you're
like
done.
Caroline filled the Jeep up with diesel that time.
Did she really?
13 gallons.
Did it ruin it?
She got it at the Exxon online. Jeep died at the Brookshires online. Had it towed to the house, and our buddy J.J. Lewis's brother, Steven, was like a mobile mechanic at the time.
Yeah.
And he came over, and he goes, I don't know if this is going to work. He drained all the fuel out and did something to clean it out, and then put a couple of gallons of gas in there, and vroom. He's like, holy moly. Said, got the fact that it died so quickly,
right,
that it didn't have time to run through, said you basically saved your engine.
Yeah.
And we were like, how are you able to do it? Because the diesel one's got a larger mouth, doesn't it?
Well, the new ones that you can't
do it.
No, with the old ones it was like, okay.
Yeah. She was able to do it, and she's curing cancer now with a PhD going after that. But
I know, man. Sometimes the common sense, but they get it other places, They'll cure a disease, but they're not going to.
Right.
They can't
tell
cure
the diesel from the unleaded.
I know. It's got to have street smarts.
We'll get to an SEC update right after this phone call because it's our old pal JP in the house. JP on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. What's up, JP?
What's up, guys?
What's happening, Holmes?
It's all you, man. Look who I got beside me, JP. What do you think about this, huh?
Man, I had to call in since I was the one that helped give EH the name EH here. That was a long time ago, back when they wearing the shirt with the broken wings on it.
Dude, that's when I had some guns, man, and I was still trying to impress.
I don't remember the guns. I just remember the T-shirt.
There's some guns.
I just remember the T-shirt.
You take it to the alteration lady and get the sleeves taken in.
Yeah,
he's outlived the actual Ed Hardy.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's been dead for a few years. But his shirt's still
I don't know if they make those shirts anymore.
Closet.
I still have some throwbacks. It's hard to get rid of clothes because I realized how much I had to pay for them at the time, and I'm like, I'm not getting rid of this.
And no one wants that stuff.
Dude, what's that, like Izods and all that stuff's back in style?
Yeah.
I had so many of those growing up.
So you're holding on to the Ed Hardy stuff, hoping that people have bad taste again in the near future.
Yep.
Good luck with that, buddy.
I hope people wear angel wing T-shirts to get a Superior Steakhouse
with a skull and and a snake coming out of the skull eye and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's gonna work. That's a good looking shirt right there, EH.
You gotta have a tat to pull that. I don't have a tat. You're a military guy, didn't you? Don't you have a tat, JP?
I did not, but the calf tat seems to go well with the broken wing shirt.
It does. Why don't you get like a Chiefs logo on your calf?
Yeah.
That's
how about a Florida Chief? Since you're kind of a Saints and Chiefs fan, JP, get like a Florida Lee with a Chief logo, kind of all in one thing.
I know, man, and it's kind of worked out again this year where both teams are supposed to be pretty good, and they don't. The only way they'd ever play would be team. So.
Yep. You almost had the Super Bowl last year, buddy.
Oh man, that would have been unbelievable.
Who would you pull for if they were actually?
Yeah, who would you have pulled for if it would have been the Chiefs and Saints?
Man, I've been a Chiefs fan for a long time, so it had to be them. But thankfully, I've never had to make that call. So,
all right.
It's always been something that you got to look at the beginning of the season. Usually, the Chiefs or the Saints screwed up, so I don't have to worry about it.
The old Patrick Mahomes ranked ahead of Drew Brees, according to ESPN. Does that sound okay to you guys? I guess that makes a little sense.
Yeah, I think this year will be a good tester, though, because, you get these wide receivers that come to the Saints and go, like, who's that guy? All of a sudden, halfway through the season, everybody's scrambling to put him on their fantasy team because they got Drew Brees and Tom Brady throwing the ball to them. Mahomes last year, kind of did that with his wide receiver, but you just never know. So, but this year, he truly has nobody to throw to. That Tyreek Hill's beating on his girlfriend and his kids. So, we'll be able to tell.
Aren't they appealing? Isn't he going to appeal that because of the audio that seems to show that maybe the girl was lying about it? When does that appeal take place, or is it going to take place with Tyreek Hill? Because that's kind of a big deal. If the girlfriend was lying about him laying a hand on her, and it's proven that she lied about it, then that dude's not going to be suspended at all, right? And so, I know that right now the depth chart has Sammy Watkins and Demarcus Robinson as the starters, but you got to think that Hardman kid, the kid out of Georgia that they drafted, who's runs a 4.3 40, who's supposed to be the next Tyreek Hill anyway. He's going to have to be the starter. And you mentioned the no receivers. Well, they still do have Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
So they still got that cat.
But Tyreek Hill is awesome. I mean, he's a gamer, dude. When it comes, because I've had my fantasy teams 2 years in a row. When you really need a huge game, I mean, he shows up, period.
To me, I still think DeAndre Hopkins is better than everybody, including Michael. Yeah.
You're saying that because he's your...
Yeah, but when just for a teammate, he is just one of those guys that he can have 37 yards, but he affected the run game. He affected getting Kelce open.
Yep.
Because everything just all eyes kind of swing to him the whole game. So
yeah, he makes things happen, man. Making others better. That's what it's all about.
Man, I had to give a quick call since EH made his return to the airwaves. So I woke up this morning and I heard him on there, so I had to call in and say hello.
Appreciate it, man. We need to come by eat some cauliflower. And some
Come on, man. I'll see you guys.
Wash it
See you
down.
later,
He's always got a pulse on what's the best beer out there.
He does. I take many of JP's recommendations for beer.
Yes.
Because he does. He's like, I think you'll like this one. You like that? I'm like, yeah. He goes, you'll like this.
He got, when Canebrake came out, like when it first came out, and there was like he's got a medley of beers, by the way, so you can really just lose yourself in there. And I'm like, I'm probably like you, Rogers. I'm not. I do go off the
I'm kind of like you. No, I'm not.
I go off and I'll try stuff, but then I'll go straight back to what's good. He's like, man, try this Canebrake. I'm like, Canebrake? Man, I love it.
Got to try new things, buddy.
Trying new things.
Man, I wish you could, but my hands are... Yeah. Time now for a little SEC update. Update.
This SEC update is brought to you by Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street in Shreveport. They're open hump day to holy day.
So, Arkansas and Alabama were at the same time, appearing at the same time yesterday at SEC Media Days. So, according to the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, when the Arkansas contingent entered the crowded lobby at the Hyatt Winfrey Hotel on Wednesday morning, a cheer arose. The crimson and houndstooth-clad Bama fans had been expecting Coach Nick Saban and saw the large human beings coming down the escalator and thought they were Alabama players, and they were not. They were Arkansas players. Chad Morris. That will be the last time that Alabama will be mistaken for Arkansas in the 2019 season, is when three large dudes wearing suits were coming down an escalator, hiding their coach behind them where you couldn't see them. That's the only time that Arkansas will be mistaken for Alabama. They wrap up the whole kit and caboodle today. SEC Media Days coming to a close today. And next year, they're back in Atlanta, right?
This SEC update was brought to you by Red River Brewing. They're open from hump day to holy day. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street.
Whoop to the whoop. Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line. East Texas jumps in. How about Haynes King committing to A&M? Could he be the next Manziel? Hey, no. He's got he's a little bit more grounded than Johnny. I know his daddy, and his daddy ain't going to let him be the next Johnny Manziel. Haynes King, the son of John King, Lobos head coach, former Spring Hill Lumberjack. How old are you, EH?
45.
I played Spring Hill back in the day, didn't you?
Yeah, the hardest I ever got hit is my sophomore year, and I'm trying to make an impression, to crack the lineup. And we were playing Spring Hill, and they had I don't know who the running back was. It wasn't Stevens. It might have been, or there was a family member or something. He was awesome. So I was playing tackle or whatever, and he came up. Those, back then they were just beating the crud out of us. So they were doing, 30 depth. I was like, if I got to make an impression, I got to just throw, and I did. And I saw purple. It's the hardest I've ever been hit in my life. And I got up, and I knew you can't be a wuss and say you had a concussion because I'm never going to play again. Mm-hmm. I played 2 plays. I don't even know where I was. But, yeah, that was the hardest I've ever got hit in my life.
He was, I think at Spring Hill, I think he's a little younger than you and me, Rogers. I think he graduated 86 or 87. Okay. That was him at Northwestern State. Doesn't he just look like a guy that would just clean the clock?
Yeah, he's got that serious.
He's got that serious look. I guarantee you when John King was at Spring Hill, I guarantee you he was taking people out.
Yeah.
So he's a member of the NSU all-time 100 team. His boy, though, not a lineman. His boy is a quarterback, and a darn good one. And Haynes King had basically narrowed it down to A&M and Tennessee. And he chose Jimbo Fisher, and I thought anybody that knows John King, I know that Brad Laird is one of John's best buddies, and a lot of coaches around here certainly are good friends with John King. But Haynes King said of Jimbo Fisher that one of the reasons that he's going there is that, obviously Fisher has a way with with quarterbacks. He's kind of the quarterback whisperer, supposedly. But he also said he coaches you hard, and I'm used to that. He coaches you like you're his son. So that makes perfect sense. Haynes King, by the way, is ESPN's top-ranked quarterback. You look at him, 4.5, 40, I think.
Where's his high school now?
Oh, he's Longview. 16-0 last year, 6A state champ, MVP in the game. Top quarterback in Class 6A, top quarterback in Texas this year. He's a stud, and he is a proven commodity. I mean, you do it in 6A football, you're doing it pretty good.
Too bad Adams Horns couldn't get him. Hey, speaking of A&M,
darn it,
this confused me. I mean, I'm baffled, and you know this, y'all both do. So, or whatever, late to the game. Back in when I was up here with you, that they did the thing where we broadcast some games, some high school games. And you were gracious enough to let me kind of do color, and that was I'll never do that again. It's tough, but I got to see teams that I would never watch. I mean,
right.
I'd watch them on the highlights with you or on KTVS, right. And I'd hear on the Friday Football Frenzy, but you just don't see them in person. When we went to Plain Dealing and we watched a game up there, and it was Keldrick Carper.
Yep.
And he was a freshman, and honest to God, it was like I've never seen. He was the best wide receiver. He's the best athlete I've ever seen in my life. And we played against the Golden Tornadoes, and I saw Bobby Redtail and all those. I mean, he made everybody out there look like kids, like children, and he was awesome. And he goes to A&M, so that guy, caller, was talking about that. So I'm I want to see a Carper. I know he went to A&M, so I'm looking at the receivers, and I don't see him. He's a defensive back.
They put him over at safety.
What? He needs to get Fisher or whatever.
I don't get it. I'm with you. I thought Keldrick
unbelievable.
He is a playmaker.
That's a tragedy.
But his size, what do they have him listed as now?
6'2", 200.
See, that's still wide receiver size.
I mean, 10 games last year, 9 tackles, 2 pass. What?
He's a junior. He's lettered both the years that he's been down there. As far as
good.
He's a talented guy. So the Aggies, Donovan Wilson's gone, but they still have Colton Prater out of Airline. They've got Keldrick. Who else do we still have in the Big 12? Is Henry Black still at Baylor? I think so. From Woodlawn, or is that his last year? Marquez Stevenson at Houston.
Right.
The kid that was North Webster defensive back at Houston. Can't remember if he's gone or if he's got another year. This is by the way, if you're looking for a local product to kind of, last year we got pretty fortunate with Greedy and Devin being local guys that tore it up, and Devin being the 5th pick in the draft. Greedy, for whatever reason, sliding to where he did and being a steal for the Browns. If you're looking for that next guy here with local ties to be a discussed draft selection, Marquez Stevenson to me is the guy. He is a stud.
And so my first thing was I put wide receiver, and I went straight to Houston because I forgot. I get them mixed up. I didn't know one went to. I forgot Stevenson went there, but yeah, he is. He was too. He was one of those where, and I saw him play in person one time. It was like he's
something else.
This isn't fair. You know what I mean?
No, he was a man among boys.
Yeah,
it's just he has a couple little nagging injuries. When you're a guy like Marquez, he's got all that speed. What's his height and weight?
Quiz.
He looks to me like he's 6'3", about 205, but I don't know.
6 feet, 190.
See? Yeah, because he just plays bigger. You look at him, and I've talked to the kid. I mean, I've been eye to eye with him, and I'm 2 inches taller than him, but he just seems bigger because that's just how he takes over a game when he's out there. He can flat out do it. We need to kind of get our list together of all the guys that are out there in college football this time around.
Dude, think about it. All the people, because they can't get in trouble if they're talking to, their hometown, local sports. I mean, because now they don't, everything's on Twitter. You could probably find every one of these cats on Twitter. But think about all the guys you talk to on the Friday Football Frenzy, and you keep tabs of them. And then, and just, yeah, I'd love to do that. I think it's bringing back and even having, having the Trent Taylor was awesome, and just all those guys that bring them back and just having them talk and just their journey. And it's so cool how a lot of them always give back. And who's the Stevens kid went to T. Now he was
John. Yeah.
Now what's
his position? Where do they have him playing now? John Stevens Jr., former Logansport Tiger. This will be his sophomore year, right, at TCU, and. Is Justin Rogers going to be battling for that quarterback spot at TCU? If if Justin, once again, knock on wood, if that kid can be healthy, holy moly, that is going to be something fun to see. TCU's a squad that's got, like you said, the local representation there. Where do they have Stevens listed?
Well, I don't have your encyclopedia of whatever, but
let's see.
I don't see him on here.
TCU depth chart.
He's not a starter, but that's TCU sophomore. I mean, that's a lot to ask.
Who do they have listed as the starting quarterback? Alex Delton. They got Justin as the backup. John Stevens Jr. is the Y receiver backup.
He's a wide receiver. Huh.
Yeah, and he should be.
Okay, so he's better than a running back.
Yeah. Oh, he's got.
But I remember him.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, those bloodlines are pretty good.
So right now you got Parkway kid and a Logansport kid listed in on the 2 deep for TCU, and Justin's. This will be his redshirt freshman year. Alex Delton is a senior, the guy that's listed as a starter. I don't know how special Alex Delton is, but
I think that's the way to do it, though. Just put it. Who cares?
Let him get out there. If Delton has a great year, then good for TCU, and then you've got Justin Rogers to play for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
If Delton screws up, well, guess what we got? We got one of the top-rated prospects that TCU's ever landed, waiting in the wings to take over at quarterback. So yeah,
start off with your boys from Pine Bluff and Perdon't and SMU and Kansas. So they're going to be on a roll till they hit Iowa State.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. And the Iowa State deal is interesting because is the head coach going to be in the NFL next year or not? He's kind of coaching for his future in a way.
Time really changes it. I'm not, my dad loves college football. He really does. And when one of a few times where my sister won the deals and we went to Dallas to go shopping or something, he took me to a game one time, and it was TCU game, and this is how crummy they were back in the day. I think Texas beat them it was 78-0. It was a bloodbath, and I was like, golly, this TCU team's horrible. And that was a lasting impression, and now look at them. It's like a juggernaut.
That used to be the only games that we could afford to go to growing up at Arkansas was when TCU or Rice would come to Little Rock.
Yeah.
That was it. I mean, we had Mel the milkman in Monticello was friends with my oldest brother, because he delivered milk to Sunflower. So he got to know my oldest brother there. And then he became friends with my dad somehow or another. So Mel the milkman would spend a large portion of his budget on 4-season tickets for Arkansas football games.
Wow.
And so, but there were a couple of games a year that he would let my oldest brother have the tickets.
Yeah.
And then there was one game a year where he had let someone else have the tickets, and that was when I'd get to go. So, in the 70s.
Probably 82 maybe, or.
Who is this? Let's see. Arkansas from 73 on. Arkansas beats TCU 13-5, 49-0, 19-8, 46-14, 42-6, 42-3.
Those were the years,
16-13, 44-7. Then they got beat 28-24, and I swear I was at that game. Arkansas wins 35-0, 38-21. They lose 32-31. I bet that 81 game was in Little Rock.
I remember when Florida used to suck. And I remember at Ole Miss we beat them one time, and I was like, this is a good, nice little cupcake here. And then Spurrier came in, and I was like, oh boy, there goes that.
There goes the neighborhood.
Yeah. Speaking of season tickets, dude.
Yes.
So long story, nobody cares. I'm a big Saints fan. I had tickets. My buddy who lives still in New Orleans, by the way, in the French Quarter.
Mm-hmm.
He moved down there right after college, so it was like 96-ish, whatever. He said, hey, man, I got tickets to Saints. They're horrible, but they're the very top. But, I mean, they're on the 45-yard line. He goes, dude, there's $200 a year because you want in. I don't even live there, dude. And I was like, but, yeah, of course. And so we did it. We had them, and then, he had ended up expanding it or whatever, and then when they won the Super Bowl, annexed our seats, put the press box, and they give us the crummiest seats ever, dude, behind the goalpost, way up, so it wasn't like you could, high-five the players. So he was like, I'm in. I was like, I'm not driving all the way down there and sitting by. I was kind of taking your mind. I'd rather watch it, whatever. But I was kicking myself. I was like, because I could have upgraded. So every year on the waiting list, they call me, and I know it. It's like clockwork. It's about this time of year, and they call me, and I'll get excited. And then you got to go through and you wait your own hole forever. And then they say, okay, we got two tickets. Where is it? And they're like, the mezzanine level. It's like 10,000. I was like, you got to be out of your mind. Click. I was like, but don't take me off the waiting list because at this time, I've got a lot of kids. I don't have one kid. So they bought it, and every year they call. So Gerald, my buddy's got tickets, and you can he can expand. He's like, they're going to be in my name, but you know, if you want to jump in because we love going with y'all. And I hadn't been to games in years, right? And but even they looked. This was a couple months ago, and I kind of said on the show I was going to be in line for some tickets. Well, nothing. So I'm like, I give up. I'm like, you know what? It's just not going to happen in my lifetime. So the other day, and I've been going through a lot. My dad's been going through a lot. And I was ornery. I was ticked. And I get the Saints thing. And I didn't want to hear that. And I was like, what? And they're like, okay, what you got? Another $8,000 a ticket? I don't care. Y'all hosed me years ago. Still love y'all, but unless you got section 641 up top or whatever, I ain't doing it. She goes, well, we got something kind of near there. How much would you like, Mr. Smith? I was like, say what? So I immediately called my wife. You got to. We can't. You got to make this decision quick. That's the hook. So I called the Saints wife. I was like, dude. She's like, yeah, we really can't right now, but you'll kill yourself for eternity. So you're going to a game with me this year, and you can go to a game with me too, Rogers. We're going to a game. I got tickets. We're going to a game that you can't say, I'm experiencing my house. You go to a game, and I'll get you hooked again, dude. So the invitation is officially out there.
All right, I'll go to a game with you.
I'm back.
All right, and my favorite thing that Ed Hardy just said was when he was talking to the Saints ticket representative, saying, I got a lot of kids. Well, actually, I only have one.
Well, I said that under my breath.
As soon as you said, I got all the kids, I'm like, wait a minute, I think he hates.
No, because I said that because they'd
what's
offer.
the guy I've known for 15 years?
No, dude.
Has got a second family somewhere. He's got one daughter.
No, they would do is they'd say, we have two. We only have two. Yeah. I'm like, well, I got kids. I mean, what am I going to do? Leave Junior at home and take. Oh, this is so funny. My sister-in-law we're going to have her fifth kid, so she's got a lineup, right? But one of the boys, his name's Judd. He's boy genius, dude. He's like a clone of and he knows everything. And he's like, God, he's like 8, 9. And they live in Thibodeau, right? So his dad gets tickets he'll get some tickets. Well, they went to the championship game and it had 2 tickets. I'm thinking for sure because they're bringing Judd. They didn't. It brought Holly's sister. And I was like, "What did you?" It's like he won't even talk to me, and he didn't talk to him for a while. He was so upset, but they lost, and so it worked out.
Yeah. 7:27. We got Ed Hardy in the house. Rogers Hampton is here. Cupcake and Allie are watching on Facebook.
Hey.
So there you go.
Oh, I've got Cupcake. I'm holding back for the prime time for your stuff.
You got primetime Cupcake stuff?
Yeah. I mean, he's not now. We know he definitely isn't living here, so he is definitely
living in Monroe now.
He has to be.
He has to be living in Monroe. The haystack no longer is housing him, I don't think.
It's gone downhill since he left.
See?
I mean,
that was the hook. Live where Cupcake lives.
It is.
They were able to kind of keep things spruced up and charge extra rent because that's where Cupcake lives.
If you're a girl, you have no fear. He's very nice. He's not going to bust a move on you.
No, we've tried to get the moves busted on him for people. We bought rounds of drinks for girls, and it's still set up the moves and couldn't get it done.
Man,
he is dedicated to the craft, man.
He is. He wants to be a 45-year-old man, like with a beer belly. That's what he wants to do. For some reason,
Cupcake would be very happy if he were already divorced right now.
He would.
If he could have said that, all right, I was married, I had a kid, but I just don't want to be married. If I could be divorced and be 45 right now, Cupcake would take it.
Yeah. Oh, God, I got something for you to tell him later, but I don't want to hang myself on the radio.
Chapin Toyota. It's shaping up to be a great day over at Chapin Toyota. Highway 59 in Marshall, Texas, just off I-20, north of I-20 on Highway 59. They are having their 1-year anniversary sales event, and it is a doozy. 470 cars and trucks to choose from, SUVs. And know this, every single vehicle on the lot, new, used, whether it's got a Toyota badge or not, if you want to test drive it, Chapin Toyota will bring the vehicle to you over here in Shreveport, Bossier for you to test drive during work, lunch hour, after work, you name it. They will bring it to you. They are that dedicated to earning your business. Chapin Toyota. I believe we're going to have Blake on with us, Ken's kiddo Blake, who is playing this weekend in the Under Armour Major League Baseball perfect game thing at Wrigley Field. So how you like them apples? The Evangel Eagle, soon-to-be senior quarterback and senior baseball player as well, has committed to play for Arizona State, both football and baseball. And so we had Eric Reed from Calvary on not too long ago, so we want to get Blake on. We want to try to keep up with these kids who are making their commitments and announcing it and kind of going from there. I'm going to try to get Haynes King on with us as well to talk about that. Yeah, way to go, Blake Chapin. Good luck this weekend, young man. His pops, Ken, will more than likely, I assume, be at Wrigley to watch his kiddo play baseball. Meanwhile, check out the great deals, the one-year anniversary sale going on at Chapin Toyota, chapintoyota.com. Back right after this.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
Rogers Hampton, it is so hot outside.
It is stinking hot outside.
That's why, man, whenever we pay online our SWEPCO bill.
Yeah.
I don't want it all going to SWEPCO.
No.
Best way to avoid that, insulate.
Yes.
Rapolo's insulation.
Rapolo's insulation. Call them. Do it. Get it done. How do they do that, Fletch?
865-5113. 865-5113. That's how you do it, Rogers Hampton. I know that Little League and Dixie League seasons are over. Travel ball's coming up, though.
It is. Never ends.
Sports World's got you covered.
They do. Bats, gloves, the works.
Pants.
Yep.
Jerseys. They can make your custom jerseys there at Sports World, your local uniform professional since 1973. They literally are the baseball and softball go-to guys.
Have been for years.
And they will continue to be for years. Since 1973, 8809 Juella, Sports World, just off 3132.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
Chillen Hill, Ashley Ridge in Shreveport, 798-4325. No better proponent maybe than the guy sitting next to me for cryotherapy in the chamber they have there, Adam. What is it that you feel when you step out of the cryotherapy
You feel
chamber?
refreshed. You feel ready to go back out for that next indoor soccer game or that next softball game. Maybe you've got a CrossFit competition coming up, right?
You're looking at me?
Yeah.
Oh, I would use it for after lawn mowing, after maybe a tennis game, maybe a little golf. It really is. Yes. It makes you feel refreshed.
Absolutely.
Chillen Hill. The Bayou Bell Waste Boys are in studio with us. Clem McCullough, Russell Hall. It's got to be so fun working with people you care so much about.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have a great time every day, and I tell you, it's just so fulfilling to be able to support the local economy and hire people and be able to support families. We absolutely have a blast every day, and we certainly appreciate all your support.
Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900, BayouBellWaste.com.
You know, one of the best places to have a birthday party for your little one or for the big ones, Jimmy V's Fajita Factory. It's so festive there, and everybody's in such a great mood. The food is delicious. They've got several different places there in the restaurant that you could have your own little gathering and just hoop it up. Plenty of cold margaritas, cold beer, chips, dips, and of course, delicious fajitas. Jimmy V's Fajita Factory.
Old Mill Inn Road in Bossier City, just off I-20. Daiquiri Express with 5 locations all around Shreveport, serving you this summer. We know this, that it's going to be blue blazes hot in Shreveport, Bossier. Never fails. Just like Daiquiri Express, never fails to give you the frozen concoction that's going to make those summer days slip by.
I know that Little League and Dixie League seasons are over. Travel ball's coming up, though.
It is. Never ends.
Sports World's got you covered.
They do. Bats, gloves, the works.
Pants.
Yep. Gotta have
jerseys.
pants.
They can make your custom jerseys there at Sports World, your local uniform professional since 1973. They literally are the baseball and softball go-to guys.
Have been for years.
And they will continue to be for years. Since 1973, 8809 Joella, Sports World, just off 3132.
1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric, where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU sports. 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, everybody. 1130 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show. Rogers Hampton Jr. is in the house. We are so happy to have Ed Hardy here with us, our old pal, EH, sitting in for Adam Hester. Glad to have the fine folks watching on Facebook as well. Always enjoy the interaction there, EH. Our show, by the way, is presented to you by Everyday AccuTemp, 861-2255, 861-2255. They've installed a new unit in our place. They maintenance the one and repaired the other one in the rent house. They put in a new unit, and it's just, everybody stays cool. Dude, I got up this morning, and I was freezing. And I don't care.
That's good stuff, man.
Dude, that is. Thank you, Dwayne. I love AccuTemp because I know they do a great job, and they always will.
And a 5-story house. I mean, that's
5-story with all the security we have that we house as well.
That's a lot.
You know, the maids' quarters. I don't really cool it off.
It's a lot of tonnage.
I like keeping the maids' quarters a little warmer. That way, they want to get up and get to work. You know. AccuTemp, 861-2255. Johnny C. says the weather has changed to windy and rainy at the BO now. Good.
Yes.
At Real Nick Satan says, does Ed Hardy actually have a job, or does he just have does he have a sugar mama? You have a job, or you got a sugar mama?
No, I do not have a sugar mama. She's
you give your mama sugar.
Married for love.
That's right.
And looks. And no, I work all the time. But
he does work. I still don't know what he does, but I know he works a lot. He's got an office.
I actually had the Saints Nugget. She was my personal assistant. She drove me, and we went like 132 miles, and she was like, dude, I'm done. But she didn't complain once. I was like, if I was her age, I'd be, because I used to work in the industry with my dad at that time. If I was her age, I'd be dead asleep. There's no doubt about it. But she was dialed in, so I was proud.
You know what she needs to do? She needs to do an internship with the Danger Boys.
She's such a she's a goody teacher. I don't the Danger Boys. I don't want that corruption around her at this time.
What's your assessment of the Danger Boys so far?
Okay, so right now, if anybody knows sports radio, I mean, you have to kind of. It's just a tough time of year.
You're limping to the football starting line.
Yeah, unless you care about talking about NBA free agency, which I got hoodwinked into that for a while. With the Pelicans,
same here.
But I'm over it now, and I can care less because they're going to be playing meaningless basketball in October and November, whatever. So I'm riding out, and I have satellite radio. Thanks, JP. Still hooked on it, but not when I'm not listening to your show and all the other fine shows that are on
nice
here.
Caveat.
Now that wrestling radio is not on. So one show had a guy who it was like college football, whatever, and the prank was to get their Danger Boy to go to in Sirius Radio. They got different, the NFL channels over here, the golf channel, and they went to go steal coasters and stuff. That was the big Danger Boy project. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay. And then they have this Barstool radio, and they're cussing out each other, an ex-player is talking to a reporter, and he's they're gonna there's real profanity,
right.
And it's just that wasn't cool. So there was really no Danger Boy there, but so it's hard to be a Danger Boy. Now Cupcake is he is he's the Bill Belichick of Danger Boys. He's
the accidental Danger Boy.
He is I don't know, he's the Don whatever. He is You know, he does never give out wisdom. Like, either you got it or you don't.
He was the Benji Vortex of the show.
The Danger Boys have to do stuff that makes not only, you know, themselves feel uncomfortable, but, you know, the people around them extremely uncomfortable. Now, they have that part of it, the uncomfortableness, but they have to broaden their scope of uncomfortableness, doing things that aren't obvious, but are very extremely uncomfortable. Like, there's a couple of people, they said they were talking about to the, I don't know, some politicians in there, and there's some suits, and there's some, I mean, there's some, you know, angry, and don't turn to the station, but there's some angry looks in the other room. That would be a Danger Boy assignment, to go, like, photobomb or, like, you know, or moon them or something. You know, that would be hilarious. That's a Danger Boy tactic.
So you think that mooning the Keel studio, the politicians in there, would be a Danger Boy stunt?
Yeah. Okay. Because you could perhaps get, you know, in trouble.
Arrested.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. They don't do a lot of dangerous things. They just do dumb things. They're dumb boys instead of Danger Boys.
Maybe you can change it. But I do love the thing. Can we cue that up real quick, Rogers? I do love
he loves the thing.
I wish it wasn't like 5 seconds. I wish you could play like a...
Go longer, but then Zuckerberg kicks us off Facebook.
Oh, dude. So that's classic.
Yeah. So I pulled the what we used to do to Cupcake whenever he would talk too much and not know what he's talking about, and I just leave him in the studio by himself.
Yeah.
And he would be lost. And, I see Fletcher's left the studio. I guess I'll have something.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? The nerve of him. He left me in the studio. Well, I guess I'll be in here in the studio by myself. You know. And so we did that yesterday. Rogers has to be right there in case they do something where we have to get off the air. And left those morons here by themselves. And they, left the studio. Like, they just...
I couldn't find it on the Facebook, whatever, when they were like hanging themselves. I missed that. But they were talking about like Bitcoin and all this. Like, who are these people? I mean, you know, but those are kids these days, dude. So they're dangerous, but they're maybe dangerous in their mind. Oh, I did watch a video from Allie when they were on that was kind of funny when they're on the inner tubes.
Oh, God.
Because it's like, who would have thought that? But that's their idea of danger. And that's funny. Now,
that was funny.
They're onto something.
The fact that they were jumping from one tube to the other and tackling each other and having eggs thrown at them while they were tubing. Now, that's fun.
That's very fun. You know?
Because there's a chance that one of them could maybe break an arm. You know, that's danger. That's fun.
Yeah.
Anytime there's the introduction of a possible bone break, that's fun.
That's very funny.
And there were a couple of guys that were downtown by the hot dog eating thing yesterday, like on Edwards in Texas is where we were, okay? 1 block catty corner towards the Texas Street Bridge from us. On one of the concrete things, there's guys over there waxing it down and doing some skateboard tricks on it. This is at 3:15 in the afternoon. I'm like, hey, Tony Hawk, settle down over there, bro.
Yeah.
Gnarly. Catching some bitchin' waves, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck, dude? Get a job. I was telling you, like, showing out the morons. I'm thinking, okay, see what you guys are doing? At least you're not those guys' age.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sitting there trying to get there, and they'd hop up there on the skateboard and, you know, do the Healy or the half pipe.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I was trying to record like, please bust your wrist, please bust your wrist.
And
come on, fall.
And they all have the hair because, like, now I see it with my daughter's age guy friends. All got the hair in their face, and always blowing their hair like a bunch of.
They had the hair. And one of them, he started skating away. I guess he'd had enough because the other guy was much better than him.
Yeah.
Like he'd hop up there and ride it, and then you know, land it and, you know, be able to do this. The other guy would get it up there, and then the skateboard would come out from under his feet. He'd, whoa, whoa, whoa. So finally he was like, I'm going home. But when he did it, I noticed that he skateboarded at least the way that I used to skateboard, which was front foot on the board and push with my right foot and then put it on the back.
Right.
Because that's the opposite of the way most of them do it nowadays. Most of them
they don't do
put
the
their
back to
foot
future
on first and then, you know, push, and then put it on the front, which is weird. I would have flipped off that thing by now.
And we do hate them because they can skateboard and we can't. So.
Right. If I get on a skateboard right now, I stood on one and Allie almost had a heart attack. Oh, no. Get off! Gonna break your ankle.
What would you rather them be, skaters or hacky sackers? Because hacky sackers are the worst.
I'd rather them be skaters.
Yeah.
Pierce used to skate. You know, he was in our neighborhood. The sidewalks are so bad. He'd skateboard.
Yeah. Dude, I lived where I used to live. The skateboard, like you get the wheels and like, because I didn't take care of stuff too much, but because went through bikes and all that kind of stuff. But skateboard about a week on our streets. The wheels would look like,
chewed up, those polyurethane
and then all like
wheels.
my whatever frou-frou friends had like these tight wheels with like still had the color on them and stuff, and mine looked like a big wheel after
the big plastic big wheel.
Yeah, with a hole in it.
I used to not allow my friend Alan to ride my big wheel because he was over the weight limit.
We saw a kid. I was with the Saints Dug ride a big wheel. She's like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Dude,
it was."
But it was kind of modified because he was using his hands to steer. So I know it was, but it was the same concept though.
The weight limit was 55 pounds. I remember it like it was yesterday. And Alan weighed 62 pounds. And I'm like, no, you can't ride it. You'll break it.
Yeah.
You're too fat. And now Alan is like the insurance commissioner of Arkansas and weighs. He's about 165 pounds, runs marathons.
Oh, my God.
That kind of stuff.
He's not a danger boy.
No, but now I couldn't ride his big wheel. If he had a big wheel, he'd be like, no, Fletcher, you're too fat.
Yeah.
You're going to break my big wheel.
We should get him on the radio.
Alan's a good dude. Big Al, who's no longer Big Al anymore. He's Skinny Al. 7:45 the time. Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line. Johnny C. EH has an office. Ain't never been there. They tell him it's nice.
Yeah.
Draco, I remember when Cupcake dressed up stupid and stood out on East 70th waving at traffic.
Yeah, that was awesome. In the chicken suit, that was awesome. But he loved it.
Oh, if it put him in the center of attention, he loved it.
God, that job, his
loved the attention.
He did, and there's so many funny stories. A lot of them, are inside, obviously, but some of them you all got to enjoy. But the funniest one ever, still to this day, he was just up here, and then of course, you burned him on the cupcake lipstick, but he was being all serious, and we got his ID because we were trying to figure out where he was really from, and that was like a ruse, and he was trying to be mysterious or whatever. But he had this student ID. I don't think he had a license. He had a student ID, and it was for LSUS, and he had that mustache going. It was remember that? It was so funny. I mean, I almost because whenever you get your first facial hair, you try to and I had Patch Adams on my so I look like an idiot too.
Yeah.
But his mustache. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And he thought he was cool cat.
Rogers, he told us that, we all played high school ball. And he told us that he played volleyball in high school. And then we started asking him about which high school. And then we looked it up on Google that, they don't have volleyball as a sport at that high school.
Yeah.
And then he said, well, I wasn't at the high school. It was rec league.
Yeah.
So he went from being a high school volleyball standout to being a rec league volleyball player twice at the YMCA.
Yeah. I think his mom busted him too. That's how we found out. So you called and get this some information.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. He is the danger boy.
He is the danger boy, and he's taking over Monroe now, man.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Dietrich's got competition over there.
Dude, Cake, you're listening. You need to get or watching because young kids like you don't listen to anything. You definitely need to get a radio show. Just a 1 hour show. Go against the beast, man. Put it right on
right
top.
up against Dietrich.
Tim would be more than happy to call in and daily, right?
I don't know if I go that far.
Well, I mean, seriously, just give him some good bits and stuff.
I think we'll let Adam be that guy.
That would be some funny stuff.
That would be fun. I don't think Adam could have survived with Cupcake.
Adam doesn't this time of year. That's why he's gone. I mean, he knows. By the way, it is hard what y'all do, honestly, because for 4 hours straight, especially when you're by yourself, it is tough. I mean, because you can go through a pile of notes and they're gone. I mean, especially if nobody's calling in.
When I was gone one time, EH sat in for me and was flying solo, and he told me he had pages of notes.
Oh, dude.
And then you go through it in 30 minutes.
Oh, I was done. So, but what you got to do the radio because everybody can see through your BS. I want to talk about what I want to talk about. I don't care. He's calling in anyway, so I just talk about the Saints for 2 hours. And a guy got by. But one of the funniest things the Cupcake was on when it's so funny, and you let him host because he was trying to he thought he could do your job.
Right.
And I've already been there. I was like, dude, ain't nobody can do what he does. but I have to go up there with him. But the one time I didn't, I was like, you were out of town somewhere,
right?
Far unknown. I was like, I'm not coming in, dude. It's all you. And it was when LSU and was playing, and they didn't have any pitchers, so it was Johnny Holstaff or whatever. Well, he kept calling it Jack Holstaff. And I didn't know, and I had people asking, well, who the heck is Jack Holstaff?
Who's Jack Holstaff?
Who's Jack Holstaff?
Who's this guy named Jack Holstaff?
And Jack Holstaff, if there was like a drinking game, you'd be like dead because Jack Holstaff was mentioned.
Because obviously the term is Johnny Holstaff when you have to go through your entire bullpen just to get through a game. Who threw today for the Astros, for the Angels yesterday? Johnny Holstaff.
Yeah. Because
it's kind of a synonym for you had to use a whole lot of pitchers. But he kept calling Jack Holstaff.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then he also, you remember when we left him alone one time, he kept saying, down the line, and down the line.
Yeah.
And we put together a promo where he said, like, down the line 30 times in about 20 minutes.
But this is awesome. He got the gig now, so I can say it. But on his gig, on his his bio, when he was like before he got the information or whatever he is now, the head guy, it's like it showed he previously worked at whatever that show's no longer. He previously worked for the captains and it said right after it who went defunct after. It was like a trail of like tears, and I was like, oh my god, dude, you gotta like update this. And then he's like, what do you do when you work out? I like running and working out. He works out, but he ain't running.
He ain't running anywhere.
Nowhere.
He ain't running anywhere. I'll tell you that much. Oh, boy. Woo, 7:50 the time. Quick update on the BO. Shane Lowry has finished at 4 under. Alex Noren, Webb Simpson, Sergio Garcia, Dylan Fratelli, Robert McIntyre, all 3 under par and have all finished. Rory McIlroy, who was the favorite because this is his home course. When he was 16 years old, he went and played this course and shot a 61. But it is not going his way so far today. He is still 3 over par through 11 holes of play, but no one's having quite the day that David Duval is, who is now 14 over through 13 holes of play. I want him to make the cut and see if he can go 72 over, like a bogey a hole.
Have you? I mean, I suck at golf. Like I think the best I ever shot was like an 84, and I almost had a stroke. I thought it was, and the next time I shot like 102. But like, would you ever play with hackers? Like, they start kicking the ball in. Oh, well, I had it all the time. Oh, I would have got a 5. I mean, I said, no, well, you'd have had a 9. You'd had a 10. Quit lying. But, like, if people played honest golf, the score would be like a 125, like median average, not, oh, well, it was 102. It was 102.
Not really. Yeah.
Right.
I literally ended a potential friendship with the dude because he cheated at golf. And we were playing like for $1 a hole. And this guy, I was more friends with his wife than him. But I was like, okay, I want to make an effort for this guy. He seemed like a pretty decent dude. He's kind of funny. All right, we'll go play golf. Second hole. I had a 5. I was like, the hell you did? You were out of bounds on the tee. I said, you were hitting 3. He goes, no, we're not counting out of bounds shots. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, mulligan. You don't win mulligan's first hole.
Money, you count everything, buddy. Yeah. I had a 5. All right, well, I had a 6, so you win that hole. So that's $1 for you. And then it was just like that all day long. 4, got a 4 on that one. I'm like, you 3-putted. How you get a 4 out of that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I ended up losing like $15 to the guy because he beat me on 15 holes because he just kept lying about the score. And I came home and I told Allie, I'm like, that's it. I said, hey, we ain't ever doing anything with these people. Ever.
Yeah.
I said, anybody who cheats that much at golf is just a bad human being.
He's going to get you somewhere else.
Right. That's just bad character right there. Mm-hmm. No, thank you. Cupcake would cheat at golf, too.
Oh, dude. There's just so many things that just, honestly, like, if we could get, that's what we should have done. The Danger Boys, they haven't done any dangerous shit. They're good kids.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Like, our age, I don't know, dude. It'd be rough.
We'd have a broken hip.
Right. But they're not dangerous. But like cupcake on like a lie detector test, you should have brought one up. It would have been. That Richter, we'd have to get more ink.
The U.S. seismograph team would have thought there would have been an earthquake over here. 7:53 is the time. Ed Hardy is in the house. Rogers Hampton's in the house. Adam is not in the house. He is in Seattle.
Do the impression.
Oh, God. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Okay. 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 Oh, geez. Oh, geez.
Okay. Or we're not doing
He does not like fluff. Like, that is... I mean, these fluff hours, he's ready to, let's keep this thing going.
He is anti-fluff. Okay, guys. I'm not doing this.
Do we really have to go there?
Do we have to do that? You really going to... 7:14, Rogers. 7:14.
That's awesome.
He's a good dude, man. First choice personnel. First choice personnel. Make first choice your last call. 797-7810. They've got a job for you. Maybe you can have a job like EH where they're a really nice office that you never see. 797-7810. First choice personnel. Make first choice your last call. Bayou Plaza Shopping Center, just off Uri Drive, close to the Kinko's and FedEx area over there. You're going to love these folks, man. Nicole and her crew are going to take care of you, get you to work, the job you want, the money you need, the money you deserve at First Choice Personnel, 797-7810. Rogers, EH, and I, back right after this. Let's Swoop Stores. Brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City. Trying to pick our favorite Daiquiri Express location is like trying to pick our favorite child. It's the one that we're closest to at that point in time. That's the way it is. Daiquiri Express, 5 locations serving you, all bringing you incredible frozen goodness to make summer slip by. Daiquiri Express. So often we talk Chevy Land and the beautiful new cars, trucks, and SUVs out there, and for good reason. I mean, my gosh, have you seen the Silverado? Have you seen that Camaro? I feel like we've neglected the service department. Here's what Christy J had to say. My service rep, Kenny, was very friendly and understanding, kept in touch with me, letting me know the status of my vehicle. He's knowledgeable of his job. I will recommend him to all my family and friends. He's excellent. John B. in Bossier said the service professionals did a great job. Great service at Chevy Land. You know it by the feeling. 7500 Uri Drive.
With the Capital One Saver Card, you earn 4% cash back on dining and entertainment. That's 4% cash back on We Scream for ice cream.
Oh, I want strawberry.
And 4% while you're screaming at the amusement park. The Capital One Saver Card. Earn 4% on dining and 4% on entertainment. Now when you and the family go out, you cash in. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Capital One Bank, USA, N.A.
Pros do it right to take their business to the next level by relying on trusted brands to get the job done. Lowe's is here to help and help you save. For your next stain job, get a gallon of Valspar One Coat Transparent Stain Plus Sealer starting at $35.98. And we now offer the Little Giant King Combo Ladder, the world's first step, extension, and leaning ladder, giving you the flexibility to do just about any job for only $159. For trusted brands that make the job easier, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's, U.S. only.
One of the cool guys I know, Rogers Hampton Jr. here. How cool do you like your house to be?
Hey, man, I like it to be my high school football number, 34 degrees.
Celsius or Fahrenheit?
I don't know. What do those mean?
I don't know either. We're going to the metric system soon. Book it.
I know who we can call to find out.
AccuTemp, 861-2255, 861-2255.
Don't put your life on the line when you dig. Do what the pros do. Respect the marks. Dig with care. And before you dig, call 811. Louisiana One Call.
Rogers Hampton, it is so hot outside.
It is stinking hot outside.
That's why, man, whenever we pay online our SWEPCO bill.
Yeah.
I don't want it all going to SWEPCO.
No.
Best way to avoid that, insulate.
Yes.
Rapolo's insulation.
Rapolo's insulation. Call them. Do it. Get it done. How do they do that, Fletch?
865-5113. 865-5113. That's how you do it, Rogers Hampton. We love Red River Brewing for a lot of reasons, but this is just so cool. The Louisiana National Guardsmen, the 39th Military Police Company, recently went through some training, getting ready to go overseas.
Yeah.
Red River Brewing brewed a special beer and hosted a family day for them.
Oh.
They named a beer for them, Fear the Dark, and it features the 39th MP logo with a Black Panther on it.
Oh, that's cool.
It is so cool. Once again, Red River Brewing just gets what this community's all about.
That's very cool. I love Red River.
1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Let's Swoop Stores. Brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City. 1130 The Tiger, Bossier City's home for LSU sports.
Down on the boulevard, little Jackson Brown.
Down on the boulevard, they take it hard.
Daiquiri Express, 5 locations serving you. Locally owned and operated. The Johnson family taking care of business, buddy. Whether you're on North Market where I-49 rolls through Shreve City in the round building, one of the most notable buildings.
Iconic.
Yes, everyone knows where Daiquiri Express and What's on Tap is located. Shreve City, round building. Also in front of LSUS on Uri. Over here, Pines Road, next to the post office, and Mansfield Road, drive-through location. Of course, Pines Road, they call it Rogers Garage.
When will you make, was that after the Netherton show? Will you make the
Sometimes he does it before the Netherton show, I think.
Yeah. If I know he's got a couple guests and we're doing a best of or something like that, maybe hit this one over here.
Now, you don't like getting out. I mean, does it have, will you get out of the car? Because you got to see the lineup.
Over here, you get out, but I hit the Mansfield Road when it's a drive-through.
Don't you like seeing the lineup, though? And
I kind of got my go-tos.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Rogers is a man who knows what he wants and wants what he knows.
Yeah. I've tried enough in my life to go, okay, here are the 3 foods I want to eat and the 3 alcoholic beverages I want to have.
Tribal Spirits was very, very popular back in our day.
Yeah, so we tried plenty of new stuff back then.
we know what we wanted back in 83. And
well, let's mix this and that. Okay, I don't like that, but let's mix this and that. What's that big tub of red stuff you got outside the dorm?
Yeah.
God. Did y'all roll with each other back in the day? Or y'all
we
friends?
had KNLU. We'd see each other.
Yeah.
Did y'all have daiquiris back then?
Oh, yeah, Tribal Spirits.
Oh, yeah, that was Tribal Spirits was.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
And like I said, and whoever
I remember we were the NLU Indians at the time.
Yeah, and whoever was making the big red, it was the everything, Everclear, but whenever you saw everybody with the red lips, okay, who's having the party?
Yes.
And it'd just be a big barrel of the juice that was stirring up.
That's awesome.
We went to, I was in charge of one party. And we went to Washita Fertilizer, which was over there on Highway 65.
Yeah.
And they had a brand new tank that they hadn't used yet.
Right.
Okay.
Big drum.
Big drum to put on the back of a tractor, put fertilizer in. I said, no, we hadn't used it yet, so we bought it from them.
Right.
Okay. And so we put a little soap in it and washed it out a little bit. And then we had a lot of construction guys that were pikes.
Yeah.
Construction was a big major.
Construction and pharmacy,
they
big
were the big two there.
That's a dangerous combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
and we had a deck built, and so they had done something where they were able to fasten this fertilizer thing to where it's standing up.
Right.
And we cut off the top of it and did a latch with it and all this stuff. I had nothing to do with that. All I was in charge of was bring all your clear liquors. And we poured all the clear liquors in first, and then I put in who knows how many pounds of grape Kool-Aid, and then just threw the water hose in and just turned it on and left it on for 15
Wait,
20.
so how'd you get it cold?
We put ice in
You put
there.
ice in your cup.
Right.
Oh, my God.
And this is my Arkansas public education shining through, man. I didn't quite realize that first cup or two, dude, all that liquor, there was no way to mix it because the tank was 12 feet long. So no one had an arm deep enough to sit there and stir it. So we were like, man, these first couple of glasses, they're going to be doozies. And so it was, dude, that's the party that we had a guy jumped off the house and landed on the roof of his car. And another guy put his head through the window to say hi to everybody outside and stuff. And I was like, I think I'm kind of responsible for all this. We might not want to put Fletcher in charge
and that's
of making
where
a
it kind of
punch
evolved
anymore.
into the more gallon one where you could start.
Where you can start.
Okay, let's get the one that's smaller where we
Take
can
it down
kind of and add some and stir.
Let's go from 120 gallons to 1 gallon.
I mean, but you still did stupid stuff after it.
Right.
Y'all are
artists. 8th floor of Olin. All right, Rod Reel.
Mixologist.
We were mixologists.
Let's see if we can hit Schultz. Oh, it hit that car in the street.
Granted, any of these things are don't do them dangerous.
Yes, do not.
But there's a statute limitation, so
There
you're
is.
cool.
Thank
I
goodness.
think 83.
Didn't y'all ski where y'all ski? There was gators
Oh, God.
yeah,
Bayou Desert, yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's Danger Boy. That's Danger Boy stuff.
And when you went to Moon Lake, we'd jump into a lake where we knew there were snakes and alligators.
There
was a rope
Danger
swing.
Boy.
Oh, and the drunk you got. Oh, let's see if we can get 8 guys on this swing.
Yeah.
Oh, and I made the mistake.
Go below the siesta.
Oh, I
use
made the
bathroom.
mistake one day of having too much in me and the big fat 400-pound guy that dared me to go off with him. And we went off, and his weight, when we hit, we came down that rope. I got rope burned the face. It caught my neck, down my chest, and down my leg. And when I came up out of that water, I mean, I was bleeding. I mean, but everybody else, yeah, man, you Wendell, man, Wendell dared you, man. And I was just like, for 2 weeks, anytime water hit me.
See, that was back before there was flesh-eating bacteria.
That's exactly
You didn't have any of that
right.
mess. You just got infected, but you didn't die.
Yeah, you can't put your toe in the beach or your foot falls off.
Exactly.
I don't understand this.
Bayou Bellway's trash text line. Gold Domer says, EH just solved my biggest riddle in sports talk. I always wonder why that no-talent Callan Coward says the same thing over and over for 20 minutes. Has to be because he has nothing else to talk about. Has to keep saying one topic over and over to fill that sorry excuse for a show.
That's right.
Draco says, I hope that Adam has someone on the plane that talked his ear off.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Johnny C. says, the Danger Boys need a show called Dumbass. Did I miss the Fletcher BO contest this year? Fist Pump says, no, I've got it, but I don't know. I've got it all set up. Got the numbers and stuff, but we're kind of on a flow here. We'll see what happens.
Well, our topic's body odor. Oh, what?
Yeah, the BO. All right, so let's talk a little football here, EH.
Yeah, dude.
That's why you're here. That's why you put on your Sunday best, showed up down here.
We can't talk about badminton.
We can talk about we can talk about cricket.
I did watch cricket the other day at the food places.
Can't do it, man.
It'd be fun.
It looks fun, but it looks very confusing. I don't understand the rules.
No, I don't either.
Are the Saints the best team in the NFC heading into the 2019 season?
Well, on paper, if you look at their depth and and their on paper, yes, but they've had the Lady Luck's been on their side in terms of oh god, I don't know why I'm saying this, but no serious injuries, and other teams have really had it. Like Philadelphia's still an unbelievable team. I mean,
yeah, they are.
They really are, and and I mean they had the injuries where it hurt, but not only that, they had some other significant injuries to other positions. Of course, Dallas or whatever, but it's still the wild card is of course the Rams, and and they do things right when they're rolling. They're hard to beat. So on paper, I'd say yes, but honestly, I just think that the division, not for that Falcons fan because he called in, but I think the division is going to be a little tougher, and I think that we're not going to. I don't think it's going to be a 12-4 campaign again. I think
11-5 would be good enough to win the division this year.
Yeah.
I think when you look at the schedule, as a Saints fan, I can certainly make a case where I think the Saints can win 13 games. But we all know that there's going to be a situation where Michael Thompson is going to miss a game. Kamara's going to be banged up and miss 2 games. Drew may miss a game. Armstead, we know, is going to miss some games. So that's going to happen. And when that happens, there's not going to be the best team on the field, for the Saints. And so they're going to lose some games. Pro Football Focus has the top defensive, obviously, pass rush units heading into the 2019 season. Saints are pretty comfortable. They've got New Orleans ranked, I think, right where you want them, man, number 6. They should send out forward this season without a single weak link. The wild card will be what last year's first-rounder Marcus Davenport does for an encore after notching only 28 pressures as a rookie. Don't we, at least I expect Davenport to really take a move up this year. He had the toe issue last year. Didn't he have a thumb deal too?
Rookies just,
and it was a rookie.
They flame out.
He's a UTEP rookie.
They all flame out because they're trying to prove themselves so much so in the preseason, and they're learning that, and then they just, I don't know. So yeah, but that's given. I was shocked that they're 6, to be honest with you, because Jordan's is an animal, but Hendrickson had a whole year of trying to prove himself as the back, and he didn't do anything. He was non-existent. So that kind of that behind there, the depth. I don't have our leads, but they're pretty thin back that. But I'm more worried about honestly the biggest position of. If DeWarren is the Rankins, no telling when he's coming back, then the other guy gets suspended. The defensive tackle position is scary because you could hit them in the middle, and there's really nothing. I mean, Davidson's gone, went to the Falcons. Who do they have? Onyemata
backing up Rankins and Brown.
Well, Rankins is not there, so we got Onyemata.
You got Rankins. You got Brown, Onyemata. They got Kenny Bigelow in free agency. Taylor Stallworth,
That's a scary, scary bit because those guys are going to go down, and you got to have at least 4 or 5, and you can't do the cute thing. I'm going to slide Will Smith, and you're going to get somebody hurt when they're keep playing down in the trenches like that all the time. So yeah, that is it's a scary, worrisome thing, and you can't. I'm not to say I want him to overpay for Sue because I don't necessarily care for his antics, and I think he'd be a locker room disaster when push came to shove. But good grief, it's a pretty good body to have. I think Tampa is immediately better just because he's there and he's a force.
Well, the good news is when you look at the rest of the league and the way that they're ranked by PFF, there are no other NFC South teams ahead of the Saints in the pass rush. They've got the Texans 5th, the Chargers 4th, the Browns 3rd, Jacksonville 2nd, and the Eagles 1st.
I thought the Chargers would be right up there.
Well, they got them 4th. And
their 2 defensive ends are.
Throw in Jerry Tillery.
I know.
Sucker's going to start his rookie year.
What a spot.
Yeah, no lie. Hey, what a city. What a position to land in. And you're in the West, which is probably going to be weak this year because you don't know what the Chiefs are going to really have now that we know Kareem Hunt's gone, now that we think Tyreek Hill's going to miss some games.
Right.
The Chiefs were a dominant team last year. Can they dominate again this year? Does anyone really believe the Broncos are going to be a force with Joe Flacco?
No. He's done.
And the Raiders, are they a train wreck still waiting to happen, or will they start making some changes toward the good? The Chargers look like, to me, the team to beat in the West. And Jerry Tillery is going to be starting for them and maybe playing his entire career in Southern California. Not a bad gig.
You got to keep him on the radio, man.
I know.
You could parlay you could probably easily get tickets there, but when they get popular, you never know.
That's true, man. They may forget us.
No, so going in the offseason, that would be the position of concern for me if I am a Saints fan, is there. And, and it's a total broader topic, but, they're already talking about maybe going to 18 games, which is but Goodell wants to get this thing ironed out because it's all leverage-based, obviously, on his end, but he wants to get ironed out before the season starts. But fundamentally, as a football fan, and now it's weird because I've really kind of gone away from the team concept and what's best for the team, whatever. Man, these days, you play 2 years, you're lucky. But in baseball, you bust your arm up, you get paid. You don't get paid in football. So why they have 53-man rosters, and then what irks me more than anything on this planet is why do you have a 45-man roster on game day? And you get a couple guys go down, and then all of a sudden – but let's just think about the dynamics of it, okay? Not only is – that's stupid. Number one, you got special teamers playing. But, as a fan, now I'm back in the game. I got skin in the game now because I'm paying.
Whoop, whoop.
But the thing is it's not good for the product to watch a guy get burned because he's a special team demon. Now all of a sudden he has to be the number one corner against – Hopkins. That's not. But if you had, you could dress 53, or if you had a 75-man roster the whole time, to me it would mean the product would be better. But like the Saints, going back to your initial question about New Orleans, man, you get a couple guys hurt. It's just the way it's like a war of attrition.
Well, 1,000% agree. I think Rodgers. We've talked about that. The 45-man thing is just ridiculous. If the Saints stay healthy, they've got the best team on the field. If they don't, then all of a sudden they become the Bucs. PFF, as far as NFC South teams, Carolina ranked 20th in the pass rush, Atlanta 24th, Tampa Bay 26th. Those are numbers that are music to my ears because we've got a 40-year-old quarterback back there. Last thing we need is Drew Brees having to dodge the bullets. I don't see, and maybe I'm seeing things through purple and gold glasses or purple and silver and black North Webster night glasses, but I think Devin White's going to make Tampa Bay a much better pass rush team.
I agree.
I don't see how that kid is not going to be a stud in his rookie year with Tampa.
In Carolina, with Rivera, they're going to keep things in front of them.
Cam Newton, here's the deal with the whole NFC South to me is that it boils down to, obviously the Falcons realize they've got to protect Matt Ryan. That's why they spend 2 first
We
round
score
picks.
some points, we'll always be in games.
Always going to be in games. Carolina, what do they have with Cam Newton right now? I mean, is that shoulder? His shoulder's probably worse off than Andrew Luck's was at the beginning of last year.
He can't play the type of game that they want him to play. He is unbelievable when he can make some moves with his legs because you can't stop that. I mean, what do you?
He may be the most talented quarterback to hit the league in 15 years.
I don't like him, but I'll have to agree with you. I mean, because when he's on, he's on.
No one makes throws like he can make. He's effortless in the things that he does. He's such a huge. He's Ben Roethlisberger, but athletic. You know, he's Phillip Rivers, but athletic. So, but he's no longer that guy anymore. In Tampa Bay, you're putting all your stock in Jameis Winston again, dude. That is just, to me. Yeah. I think that, I don't know if that came from the Glazer family or what, but I would have held on to Fitzmagic, drafted somebody else, and
start over.
And Jameis Winston the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
I think that is going to be their biggest liability. I think that defense is going to be really good, but they are not going to, unlike the Falcons, the Bucs aren't going to be able to score enough points to keep up with people. Falcons will score enough points to keep up with people to make up maybe for that bad secondary. Tampa, they ain't got enough offense to do anything.
They don't.
That's my opinion.
No, I think you're on.
EH in the saddle with us today on this beautiful Thursday. Jimmy V's Fajita Factory, Old Minden Road, right next to I-20. When it comes to fresh mix, they got it. We got fantasy football drafts that are going to be starting here very, very soon. Some people go way too early. Here's a reminder for you. You have your fantasy football draft at Jimmy V's. The first beer for everybody in your league is on the house at Jimmy V's. They will buy your first beer for everybody in the league at Jimmy V's Fajita Factory. Everybody in the league, first beer on the house, Jimmy V's. G-Money joins us on the Mudbucks Hockey Hotline. What's up, G-Money?
Hey, Tim. First, I want to say welcome to Ed Hardy. It's great to have happiness instead of cynical arrogance in the seat next to you with Adam.
Lovable arrogance.
That's a good change. Love Adam, but it's great to have Ed Hardy back.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, listen, you guys have been talking about the short rosters in the NFL. Besides the quarterback, and you can pick however many teams you want to do this, maybe just do the South or however. But if there was one player besides the quarterback that a team could lose that would make the biggest difference in their end result of the season, and I'll hang up and listen.
All right, so in the South, take the quarterbacks out of the mix. Take one player off the team that's going to make the biggest difference, biggest detriment to their season. Rodgers, if you're looking at Atlanta, what's the one player they can't afford to lose? Not the quarterback.
I guess after last year, maybe Deion Jones.
That's a good point.
Because the defense kind of really fell off.
They did. I think Julio's the easy answer.
Yeah, but we've seen him disappear.
We've seen him disappear, and they've got some other guys they can certainly throw to.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd say Debo as well.
Yeah, cornerback. If they're so
Trumont or whatever.
They did not address. I mean, I don't have a book in front of me, but they didn't address it like 3 deep. They're so razor thin at defensive back. So I think if they
again, Desmond Trufant, Keanu O'Neal. First round pick in 2016, by the way, Ricardo Allen and Isaiah Oliver.
Bad.
Ain't none of those guys scaring too many quarterbacks, I don't think. So you're saying if they lose Trufant, their best defensive back.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but it's not as glaring as but I really think they did. They've done it when Jones is there, and he is impactful, obviously. But that'd be my.
All right, so let's go to the Panthers roster. Taking away
Kuechly, easy, no doubt. The different team when he's not there. That defense.
McCaffrey's their guy. I think if they lose McCaffrey, I think they're toast.
What do you say, Rogers?
I'm defense.
Kuechly?
Yeah.
Man, he's smart.
Kuechly, I just want to be different. Kuechly, this is going to be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is his 8th year.
Did you see the video of Kuechly? He has his kid's little camp.
Yeah.
And this kid put a move on him, and the kid must have been
11. I think he was 11.
Put a move on him because he was trying to show him the form tackling, and turned him around. And so the next play, everybody's cheering the kid on. The next play, the kid was in the backfield trying to make, and Kuechly just ran him over. I was like, come on, dude.
What?
And then picked him up and was like, hey. But still.
Light him up, man. That's what you got to do. Got to teach these kids a lesson.
I know.
Not everybody gets a ribbon.
Well, it's true.
You know, it's not meet the parents. So I will make my argument for McCaffrey just because with Cam Newton, I think limited to what he's not able to do. DJ Moore scare you? Does Jarius Wright scare you? Does Greg Olsen still scare you? I don't know how many weapons that the Panthers have that are necessarily, well, we got to do something defensively to make sure that this guy is not going to rip us a new one every single time.
Triple cover Olsen.
The thing they've got is Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
And I think that but Kuechly is easily I completely understand that he's, an all-pro linebacker for every year he's been healthy. So that's a tough one to do. But to me, McCaffrey is their Alvin Kamara. He's their guy that they probably run him between the tackles more than the Saints run Kamara through the tackles. They're not afraid to put him out there in running situations, but he is such a valuable asset out of the backfield catching the football.
He is.
Yeah, he is hard to top. All right, so Tampa, take one player off their – heck, take Jameis off the roster, they may improve. So that's not quite fair. Tampa Bay, who is their one guy, and dude, he's a rookie, and I know that this is probably, again, I'm a homer, but if it sounds like they are counting on Devin White to be their captain. He's already wearing the green dot. Calling the plays, he said, all of a sudden I had a microphone in my ear. Didn't know what was going on. I thought they were just dotting me up because I was a rookie. Didn't know what it meant. Well, he knows now that it means that they're calling the plays. He's in there calling the plays. So, of the Buccaneers, what player would be the one that would wreck there? Was it Kevin Minter? Would it be Mike Evans? Would it be Peyton Barber? What player can they not afford to lose?
I'd watching them a bunch and having Mike Evans on my team. And now he's kind of the most recognizable, so that'd be easy for me to say. But watching the Bucs play, when Barber's not on the field, they're terrible. Nothing works. So definitely him. And
something's got to take the pressure off Jameis Winston because he just doesn't have it to where he can solve defenses on his own.
No, when Barber's
he's
healthy,
not Cam, he ain't Matt, and he ain't Drew. He is by far the weakest link at quarterback in that division. So,
I agree.
And if they don't have a running game, now what Jameis Winston can do, he can throw the ball through a brick wall. He's not always going to throw it to the right area and to the right receiver, but he can get it there. And Mike Evans is the kind of receiver that just get it within my radius, you idiot, and I will grab it.
He's fun to watch.
Evans is fun to watch. He's a punk.
He is a punk.
I hate him, but man, that guy can play some football. He is a matchup nightmare. If he had a better quarterback, I have my big three is wide receiver is who's right? It's DeAndre Thomas and who's the third one? It's kind of our go-to for the best receivers in the league. Not Antonio Brown. DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Thomas. Oh, and Julio. And Julio. I think Mike Evans could be that good, but he just doesn't have any of those guys throwing him the football.
Oh yeah, because he's not. He can push anybody off, and he gets away with it.
He's kind of got the Michael Irvin ability to get away with things just because, if you're a ref, you're like, well, he's so physically gifted. Kind of makes sense that these guys aren't able to hang with him. 8:23 the time, Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line. Johnny C., unfortunately, Tampa Bay is going to be good this year, at least on defense. We say that, but
the Saints is the easiest one. I mean, to me.
Yeah.
I know who goes. If it's so easy to me.
If it's Cam Jordan?
It's Cam Jordan.
Yeah.
If Jordan's
the Saints lose Cam Jordan,
it's worse than. Well, it's not worse than losing Breeze, but it's bad.
It would be bad.
It's horrible. Because you can. I love Kamara, but you can with Drew back there. Peyton will find a way to make that offense.
Heck, he'll put Taysom Hill in the backfield.
Probably would.
Most indispensable Saints starts off with number 9, and then it goes to 94. Isn't Cam 94?
Yeah.
Then it's Cam. Who's the next most indispensable New Orleans Saint?
Of course, you want to say tackle, but he's always hurt, so it'd probably be Ramczyk. Well, I mean, he plays right tackle. But, I mean, why do we always hung up on left tackles? I mean, last time I checked, some of these, Cam Jordan's a left defensive end. He's our best rusher. He's not the right defensive end against the left tackle.
Can you make an argument for Demario Davis?
That's my second defender, I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say that cat, lose him from that second level.
It seemed like he made that Saints defense.
That was my second defensive player.
He legitimized that Saints defense last year with the second level.
Yeah.
Because we all knew Cam Jordan was good, and we knew Onyemata was good. We knew Rankins was good. We knew some of these guys were good. We knew Jordan was great. What we didn't know was what was going to happen with the linebackers. Anzalone, hurt rookie year, shoulder problems, tough. It's a tough injury for linebackers to have to go through. It's tough for cornerbacks and tough for linebackers and safeties to have shoulder injuries. Seems like that's a really tough thing because you use it so much for your physical. Yeah.
Klein's good. He just didn't have the closing speed.
Good.
He's just a guy.
He's Vegeta.
Yeah, he's Vegeta.
Just a man. I'm glad he's on my team. Dude, if someone gave me a jersey with number 53 on it, I'd wear it.
But he's not impactful where.
Right.
Yeah.
But Demario Davis, if he's missing, you would know it. Ramczyk?
Yeah. Definitely Ramczyk. I mean, Ramczyk, in my opinion, what they're going to do is they're going to move him back over to left tackle when Armstead's
gone.
Honestly, I think Armstead's his wagon's hitched on the breeze, and I really don't think they want to pay him another year because he's getting paid right now. So I think, he's definitely because he can play left tackle if in a pinch and stuff. And, I mean, it's weird. It's a lot of these, offensively, I think Peyton makes a lot of these guys, just especially the skill position. And I hate to say it, dude, I don't really know how awesome Mike Thomas is. I mean,
buddy, we're getting ready to scrap.
I mean,
we are going to scrap
because I've been, unlike you, I've been to the games and I see it from a bird's eye view.
Oh, look at him throwing his elitist at me.
And but think about the games he's been shut down and stuff. But it's I'm talking about just Peyton can get people in the right places, but defensively and an offensive tackle.
What in the hell are you talking about?
I'm just spitting knowledge, dude. That's why I'm up here.
Now, what did I say about this 318? What's Fletch talking about? The Bucs had the worst defense in football last year and has one of the most talented pass-catching units in the league. Didn't we say that they sucked on defense? And that I think that that's why maybe it's going to be someone like Devin if they miss him, because I think they're counting on him to really make that defense better. That's why I think he's almost indispensable.
And we picked Evans as our...
Right, because he's the best pass catching. Yeah, he's a really good receiver. So I don't understand that. Johnny C said, EH, I'm worried about the absence of Max Unger. Is Eric McCoy going to be able to come in and take over?
It's interesting.
If not, the guy from Minnesota.
When have you ever heard a player ever say this? Because most players are just fighting to stay in the league and whatever. I mean, Unger walked away, so I just don't have it. I mean, I don't have it anymore. There was games last year where I did not have it, and that's a quote, by the way. So, I mean, I'm glad he came to that revelation and just didn't take a paycheck. So, do I think the rookie? I mean, that's a lot to ask. But we've seen it before, but that's a good point, JC, because it's kind of like you have to have when we've always had a decent center. I guess the weakest center the Saints had was Goodwin. Was it Fain or Goodwin the Super Bowl year?
Goodwin was Super Bowl year.
We had one guy that was kind of a go-between, and it didn't work out at all. So, that center position is rough. It was a go-between, really, really
I know who you're talking about.
And it was bad. And
that offensive line during the Super Bowl year was phenomenal.
Yeah. That was tight.
That had a lot to do with why they were there.
Line calls. I thought about that because somebody's got to make the line calls, and you're going to leave it to a rookie. But supposedly McCoy's got.
They say that he's one of the smartest guys that they've tested. So the Saints loved him, and when Sean loves a guy, that usually means he's going to be pretty good. By the way, Michael Thomas had double-digit catches in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 18 games last year.
I'm just saying if okay, so let's just be simplistic here. I'm not saying he's not awesome. If you were to take Ramczyk from a game or Michael Thomas from a game? Who would the Saints have a better chance of winning without that person? Come on now.
For one game only, I think it would be Thomas.
No, you're wrong, but it'd definitely be Ramczyk.
I think that
because he's checked out. Because Thomas has checked out of some games.
16 catches, 12 catches, 10, 4 for 47, 4 for 74, 7 for 69, 5 for 81.
Let's go to the big games here.
12
Let's go to the big
11.
games.
All right, name a big game. Who's a big game?
I don't know. The very last one.
4 catches, 36
Thank
yards.
you.
Thank gosh.
I was there. Non-existent.
He was basically a decoy a lot. Philly, 2014 win. Remember that game they beat the Eagles in the playoffs last year? Remember that one?
I don't remember that one.
12 catches, 171 yards.
I don't remember that one.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good day at the office. A division game, how about at Atlanta? 10 catches, 129 yards. That's pretty good.
No, I'm just
division
talking.
game, Tampa Bay, 16 catches, 180 yards.
Tampa Bay, you're just in Atlanta. Come on, dude. Look at those defenses. I'm not. You're trying to get me to hate on him. I'm not hating on him. I'm just
Philly
saying.
regular
if with a
season,
Ramczyk
4 for
gone,
92.
it's worse.
Tampa Bay, 11 for 98. Carolina, 7 for 49.
Who you want? Will Clapp? Will Clapp's going to stop Ndamukong Suh? No, not happening. Or whoever.
This was just last year. Michael Thomas.
Stats are for
trash.
losers.
What the hell
I
are
didn't
you
say
talking
trash. I said if I was to take. So Breeze number 1, that's the most detrimental player to lose. Obviously,
Right.
Jordan number 2, Davis number 3. I'm good with that. 4, definitely Ramczyk.
The year before last, the year before last year, 2017, Michael Thomas only had one game with 10 catches or more. 5 for 45, 5 and 89, 7 and 87, 8 and 89, 3 and 11. Detroit, he was out of there. They won 52-38. 782, 777, 865, 9 catches, 117, 6 for 91,
True.
5 for 52,
Sean.
5 for 70,
True.
10 for 1 for
Sean.
17,
True.
9 for
Sean.
93, 4 for 66,
Offense.
6 for 94, 8 for 131, and 7 for 85.
Dude, those are pedestrian numbers. The 6 for 94. I mean,
What are you
anybody-
talking? What pedestrian's going to get those
in
numbers?
that offense? If
I
you
saw
don't get those
pedestrians
numbers,
downtown
then
Shreveport. None of those could do this.
Dude, come on.
Saw some
Willie
pedestrians trying to
Snead.
skateboard downtown.
Willie Snead.
Willie Snead? Michael Thomas is now Willie
no,
Snead?
but you put Willie Snead. I mean, he's going to put up numbers if Thomas is not in
Lord
the
have
game.
mercy.
If Thomas isn't in the game.
Did you take any of your dad's medicine or something? I don't think you're thinking right. My God, Agnes. Willie Snead is better than Michael Thomas?
I didn't say that. I said if Thomas wasn't playing, Snead would put up those numbers.
Oh, my gosh. You might not deserve those tickets. John might not want you there.
Remember when the Saints went to Dallas? It was still in the shed over there in Irving, and they had so many players injured, and they had the dreadlock guy. I forgot his name, Jones or whatever, and that's what and Colston was not playing. He was hurt, and I was with my buddy Goldchain, and we went over there, and I was like, dude, this is going to be a bloodbath, or it's going to be rough. I don't know how we're going to do this, but just Peyton puts people in the right, and this guy ended up being a hero.
Kirkwood, and that's the guy.
Thank you. Yeah.
But that's the guy opposite of. Holy moly! So who do you think's better, Michael Thomas or Marcus Colston?
The body of work. If the body of work says Colston, but I'd say Thomas.
Oh, okay. All right. I love Marcus Colston, one of my favorite Saints of all time. But yes, Michael Thomas is.
But hey, I guess I'm going to be.
I'm going to pull Adam here. Are you just saying this to get people angry? Are you just saying this? You don't really believe this, right? You don't really believe this.
No, I think Ramczyk. It would be more detrimental. That was the question: is Ramczyk a better player than Thomas? No, but I think on a need basis that you lose him. I mean, it's bad news, man. Because Breeze is your stud, and if Breeze is getting hurried and has got to chunk it around, who cares? Who's going to chunk it to? I mean, he's not going to be able to wait for Thomas to get open. He's going to get killed.
He doesn't have to wait because Thomas is open from the get-go.
And your boy is going to be hurt from Arkansas. He's going to be hurt. We know this. Armstead's going to get hurt. Pete gets hurt. Hey, we've thrown a lot of shade at Pete, but, man, he's played everything, and he's played hurt. I like that guy. But, man, he
what
gets
was it
hurt
that he
a lot.
played with? Was it the thumb ligament? He had the hand. He had the broken thumb.
And he's contract year.
Andrews
Who's that
Beasley's
big dude that played for? He might still be playing ball. The Gallery, terrible tackle.
Robert Gallery, yeah.
I mean, you put him at guard.
Ended up having a pretty good career.
Yeah.
Bayou Bellway's Trash text line. I don't know if that's what that means in Spanish that you just talked, and I'm afraid to say it because it might be a bad word. Tampa concessions should sell corn on the cob, $1 an ear. When do you plan on having Blake Shapen on? Want to make sure to catch that. My son played travel ball with him, and Cade Hart, 5 of the 10 boys, have or will be playing at the next level. We are going to try to have Blake on next week.
Hey.
B. Hall says, far and away, Kamara is the most important for the Saints. 275 touches, 1,592 yards, 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, he does move the needle.
Bayou Bellway's Trash text line. Who is this crackhead on your show? He's talking, and I'm just shaking my head.
Love haters.
Yeah, sincerely, Adam Hester. That was from Lord Hester. Hotty toddy, EH, what do you think about Matt Corral and Jerrion Ely for the Rebs?
I think Corral, he was like the second-rate player coming out, and he got some playing time last year. And, that offense they're running hasn't really changed much when it's, gone to Rich Rod. And their running back's awesome. I mean, that running back Ole Miss has is awesome. And, it's hard to say that because, you don't think of a great running back in Ole Miss. It's just since Deuce, there really hasn't been somebody that's been significant, but he is. He made some plays. So, I mean, they have some good receivers. Only thing bad about Ole Miss this year, their offensive line is terrible. But I think having Rich Rod in there and his, and I think you said it, but his commitment to the run is probably people don't really think about it, but, I mean, he runs a lot. So I think Corral's going to do fine.
Ole Miss, I just have a feeling. Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and Arkansas are starting to kind of congregate into one. I think they're all kind of becoming the same team. And and Auburn is closer to that group than they are LSU, Bama,
Auburn is the wild card. Well, Auburn could be in that pack, or they could all of a sudden, beat Bama and they're,
The haves are A&M, LSU, and Alabama. The have-nots are Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and Arkansas.
See, I'm not going to go. I know Angry Aggie's listening. I'm not going to go A&M just yet. I'm not going to put them.
They're not Alabama, LSU, but they beat LSU. But we all know they shouldn't beat LSU because of bad refereeing. But still,
let's don't get the anointing owl up.
I'm okay. I'm sort of with you, but I'm saying if you had to divide it into two groups,
absolutely, yeah.
I think
definitely.
A&M's better than Auburn. Although Auburn's pass rush this year is supposed to be one of the most lethal in the league. We'll see. They're going to have to make up for some stuff.
No, definitely Arkansas on this, and so Mississippi State, had that run, but they're definitely it's not the little sisters of the poor like Vanderbilt and just Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt in Tennessee. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're better than them.
Yeah, I think they may be.
And Tennessee, that's just strange.
That's a weird deal, man. We talked about it yesterday.
How many?
How they've fallen off and have not been able to climb back up.
God, that's just that whole. I mean, honestly, Tennessee. Some of my family's from there, around there, but Tennessee, and I have friends that it's like Arkansas is definitely like LSU. I'm not trying to hate on Tech or anything, but I mean, if you Louisiana fan, I mean, every kid thinks LSU, Arkansas. I'm sure the same thing. But Tennessee, I don't care. It's all about the Vols. That whole state. It's got talent all over the joint, and they can. And
big cities,
and Atlanta's a hop, skip, and a jump, and how they haven't been just. I mean, it's shocking.
It really is. That's one of the. If you really want to sit back and think, what's the weirdest thing about the SEC in the last 15 years is that Tennessee hadn't been worth a dang for any period of time since Philip Fulmer left.
I mean, I don't even know if Michael Thomas would do good in that program.
And you're trying to get it going again.
I'm kidding.
Swoop! Get your biscuits at Swoop. The Danger Boys did do one thing right yesterday. They brought Rogers a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, and I had the sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. They got our orders right, and they went to the right place. Swoop. If you haven't gotten your breakfast sandwich, biscuit, English muffin, croissant from Swoop this morning, what you waiting on? Buttermilk biscuits. Go get them. Swoop. Locally owned and operated. Brighten your day at Swoop on Burt Coons, just off I-49, across from Home Depot. They've got biscuits, croissants, and English muffins right now. They'll have the pizzas ready at lunchtime. Check it out. Swoop, locally owned and operated. Brighten your day also just off I-20 in Bossier on Industrial. Rogers and EH and I. We'll be back right after this. Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
They just got a brand new ring from Bailey's today. Look at her finger. They are so happy. This is a good man, and he is a hero. Thank you for shopping at Bailey's.
That's so sweet. Did you see that?
I did, sweetie.
Oh, another happy lady because her man went to Bailey's and got her something special.
It's the place for ladies who are special to get special gifts from fellas that know they've got a special lady.
And it's been a while since I've gotten something special from Bailey's. Just saying.
Bailey's Jewelers, East Texas in front of Pierre Bossier.
Springtime is here. That means patio weather.
Patio season at Jimmy V's Fajita Factory.
That's literally one of the best places in the area to get a group together.
Sun's up, my gums are open.
Oh.
I'm going to be chewing into some Jimmy V's. No.
Let's just talk about the margaritas and the tacos and the nachos.
Fresh from scratch flour tortillas, trash can nachos. Oh, the barbacoa tacos.
Jimmy V's Fajita Factory.
Every single Friday on our show, we have Forkum Friday spotlighting a Northwestern State University Demon athlete or coach.
Ooh, yay! I love that segment. I especially like it when y'all talk baseball because my nephew is a Demon.
That's true.
And don't forget, family tradition, my mother is a Demon.
Ooh, I think I'll just kind of let that one sit there. Forkum Friday.
What is that
Every
supposed to be?
single Friday on the Tim Fletcher Show.
Very funny.
Every day here on the old Tim Fletcher Show, we get hungry for biscuits with sausage, egg, and cheese.
Or bacon.
And every day, while you were in school, you had the opportunity, Adam Hester, to stop by Swoop.
If I had a free minute, I would make that stop before I went to Calvary. No brainer. Sausage or bacon. That was the only choice I had to make.
That's pretty good. Only two choices in your mind to goodness.
Yes.
Swoop. Burt Coons, just off I-49. The goodness of breakfast biscuits.
You're walking around your house and you see that big, old, rusty, loud sound making
That's no way to talk about our neighbor, sweetie. Oh, you're talking about air conditioning units.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. If
Yeah.
you've got a clunky, rusty unit.
I mean, we're about to head into the hot months.
We're getting ready to get into Hades on asphalt. Shreveport parking lot hot is coming. AccuTemp is here to take care of your business.
Exactly.
861-2255.
Hey, Fletchy Fletch.
Yes, my dear.
Did you know that Gippsland Bank and Trust, they actually have exhibits for local artists?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they're working with Aurora Borealis, a local art gallery.
Yeah.
And they have local artists come in and show off their good stuff.
That's one more great way for Gippsland Bank and Trust to connect with the community.
Yeah, that's what they're all about, connecting with the community.
Gippsland Bank and Trust, the great banking team.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
11:30 The Tiger, Bossier City's home for LSU sports.
Welcome back, everybody. 11:30 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hampton. Adam Hester is in Seattle, sitting in and taking care of business. It's our old pal EH. Good morning, EH.
Good morning.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you, sir. Glad to be here.
And Rogers, glad to have you here as well. That goes without saying, even though I just said it. So it now is no longer without saying. It has been said. We have. So it is done. Shall it be written? 10. Chevyland. We care about you over at Chevyland. Family owned and operated since, I believe, 1964. You know that guy Steve, don't you?
Stephen Horn?
Yeah.
Very well.
Familiar with that fella?
He is. I tell you what, Steve's, of course, the owner. He's probably the kindest person I know. But I'm telling you about numbers and books and passing deals on. But he's honestly one of the smartest guys I know.
He is a very smart guy.
Very, very smart.
And truly one of the easygoingest, nicest fellas you'll ever come across.
That's true.
and it kind of permeates the dealership, and they are fired up over the new 2020 Silverado.
Oh, they have changed the look of those big time, and I didn't even recognize, because a lot of car makes have that distinguished look, and it is, yeah, it's impressive.
It's a bad to the bone piece of metal.
Yeah.
And it's got everything you're looking for in a truck, even a brand new grill. It is phenomenal. And that new Blazer.
Oh, yeah. He was driving one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, he gets to drive wherever he wants, but I didn't know what it was at first. I was like, are you kidding me? And then I got in it, and it has got all the bells and whistles. Look, man, older we get, you think, I'm just going to go over to roll down windows. No, the heck with that, dude. I want bells, whistles. I want all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I want comfort.
Seat coolers and whatever.
They got them. They got seat coolers.
Seat coolers.
Chevyland, we care about you. 7,500 Uri Drive in Shreveport.
How many acres?
9.5 acres.
Isn't that crazy? You don't think, but man,
that's a lot of area.
A lot of acres.
Easy to get in and out of too.
Yes, it is.
There are some dealerships where it's kind of like you got to be able to almost have to helicopter in.
Mm-hmm.
Not here. Eager, anxious, fun-loving staff, man. They got you taken care of. British Open update for you. Once again, the clubhouse lead is 4 under Shane Lowry. Alex Norton, Webb Simpson, Sergio, Dylan Fratelli, Robert McIntyre, and Kiridesh Pipbaranrat are all 3 under par.
I wanted you to say that. Yeah.
Jordan Spieth, 3 under through his first 5 holes.
When's Tiger tee off?
I think he's on the course now. I think he just teed off. Koepka, 2 under through 6. Other Americans, Ricky Fowler, 1 under through 14. Kevin Kisner, 1 under through 14. Checking the other notables out there, Rory McIlroy, the pregame favorite, so to speak. Quadruple bogeyed his opening hole and has been fighting his way back toward par since then, and it's a fight he is not winning because Rory is still 3 over through 15 holes, so he's 1 under through his next 14, but that 4 over out of the chute was not good. Ian Poulter's 4 over par. Phil Mickelson finished 5 over for his round, so he's out of contention. David Duval, baby. He's 1 bogey away, Rogers, from really having a magical round. 19 over through 17 holes. Can he shoot 20 over par? Holy moly, that would be great.
It's a long flight across the pond.
That's a long way. I hope he's got some more sightseeing. Tiger is 4 groups away from starting. Snedeker, Westwood, and Harmon are teeing off next. Rose, Finau, and Beauregard are after that. And then Dustin Johnson, Wayne Gretzky's son-in-law, Jason Day, Keegan Bradley are after that. That's a heck of a trio. Tiger Woods having to play with Patrick Reed today. Patrick Reed is the guy that nobody likes.
Yeah, he's the guy that with the
looks like Adam. He looks like Adam, but
he does look like Adam.
But much less likely.
He's the latest kid from Augusta.
Yeah. He's just he got kicked off of Georgia's team, and then they won the national title at Augusta State or whatever.
Yeah,
and all them hated him.
Yeah, I googled. I was like, Augusta State. Where's that?
Yeah,
Duh.
And all of his teammates hated him.
Yeah,
and they won the title.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. All right, EH. Oh boy. Who do we have with us, Rogers?
It's
Cupcake joining us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Hello, Cupcake. What's up?
Hey, Fletcher. I just want to contact y'all. I am at SEC Media Day at the moment.
Where are you?
SEC Media Day.
You're at SEC Media Days. Well, all right. Glad you made it there. I know you're at the SWAC Media Days earlier. So you made your way to what town are they in again? I forget where you are.
SEC Media Day.
At SEC Media Day.
This is Cupcake.
Right. So which
I had a very interesting way of sleeping last night.
Oh, how did you sleep last night? Very interesting way you slept last night, EH. How'd you sleep, buddy?
Yes. So I was trying to get into the media hotel, like I was trying to some years back.
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to get in because they said that my ID was not permitted.
Huh. Well, where did you end up sleeping if you couldn't get in the media hotel?
Well, I just found the cutest little bed and breakfast, and it was run by this cute old lady and her husband. And I went there, and I was like, I would love a place to stay in your humble abode. So they welcomed me with open arms. I went up to my room. It was cozy little twin size bed.
Did you have any company with you?
Yeah, did you have? Are you by yourself, or did you?
Oh no! I had somebody.
Oh really?
What's his name?
Well, who'd you have? Who'd you have with you?
Yeah, she goes to another school, but
yeah, that's true.
Is she from Canada?
Yes, as a matter of fact, she's from Canada.
She's from Canada.
Toronto, as a matter of fact.
Toronto. Okay.
Toronto.
Well, maybe you guys can have a long-distance relationship. Do you have anybody special back in Monroe that you are dating right now, Cupcake?
Well, I did, but we are taking time apart.
Taking time apart. Okay.
Very, very unfortunate, but it needs to be happened.
The voice sounds very similar.
It does. You
like a tweener.
It is.
I see that you and EH are back together. Hey, Hardy, maybe we could get together and have a beer. Have a brewski at Red River Brewing.
All right, man, I'm in. It's called Fletch.
All right, then. You know my favorite beer. I love some IPA. I love the life itself. Good.
They sound like me.
Yeah, now you're combining everybody. So, what are you looking forward to most today at Media Days and for the SEC Media Days?
Oh, I can't wait to talk to Coach. I can't wait to talk to Coach Ogeron. He's coming back.
He's coming back. Oh,
he's coming back.
He's coming back after one day. Back. After being there on Monday, Coach O is coming back for another trip through SEC Media Days. Cupcake.
He's talking about his new recruits, his draft picks.
Wow, he's going to talk about recruits and his draft picks. Well, that is going to be a hell of an interview, buddy.
It's going to be good. Tune in.
This is why you run the show over there at KTVE now, because you are able to get Coach O back and to talk about recruits. And, if you talk about recruits, that makes them ineligible. If you talk about draft picks, if you don't really have any draft picks because you're a college coach. So this is going to be a very interesting conversation.
I by myself got him back to Media Day.
Draco wants to know how long it took for you to blow up your date. The girlfriend from Canada. Does she have any leaks? How long does it take you to blow her up? Do you have like the automatic air compressor thing to take care of this, or what?
Well,
was she a real girl?
She is real life. I guarantee you, she is real. She has organ systems. She has epidermis. She has face. She is real.
What's her name again? I forgot her name.
Seeley.
Her name is Euphoromatic.
Euphoromatic?
Yep.
That's her name?
Yes, she was. It's the Toronto name.
It's the Toronto name. That's Canadian. Okay.
It's Toronto.
All right.
Well,
I didn't know that Euphoromatic was Canadian, I guess. So what does it mean in Canadian?
It means Charlene.
Charlene. So it's Canadian for Charlene. Well, all right. Indubitably. Okay.
Well, you see, I have another problem.
Oh, well, that's more than one problem. But yeah, go ahead.
I had another car wreck.
You had another car wreck?
It wasn't my fault, I swear. Do you think you could call Chevy Land, maybe help me get another car?
You drove one of theirs for about 6 months without bringing it back. The last 2 times ago when you had a car wreck. I don't know if Steve's going to be this
rent
willing.
Cars?
Just if you rent a car, don't put my name on it this time, okay, Cupcake?
Oh, sure, of course not. I would never do such a thing again.
All right, Cupcake.
all right, Tim Fletcher Show. It was great talking to y'all.
Good talking to you too, Cupcake. Be careful out there, buddy. Tell Euphomatic we said hey.
I love you guys.
All right, love you too, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you later. Well, it's good to hear from Cupcake, EH.
He just wasn't comfortable. He was very uncomfortable, kind of,
Yeah. He had another car wreck.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
He just got a car.
Had a car wreck.
Man, something about him and cars.
Something about him and cars. You know what Cupcake told me the other day? That when he had his car accident, he had a Honda that he loved. I think it was a Honda Accord.
The first one?
Wasn't that what he was driving this time?
Dude, a Challenger. Yeah, he had a black Challenger.
So was the Accord before the Challenger?
No, dude. The
Challenger's the one he wrecked?
No, he had the truck that he bought that he never put oil in. And
right, and it burned up on it. Literally never changed the oil in it.
So that one.
Ever.
And then when he was about to head off to Monroe, he bought the Challenger, black on black.
That's right. So is that the one he wrecked in Atlanta? Okay.
In Atlanta. Now, this is one he wrecked here in
Chicago. Oh, this is one he wrecked here where he
wrecked another one?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He totaled the one in Atlanta.
Oh, my God. I didn't know that.
Had to take a Greyhound back.
Cake.
So he gets in a wreck. And so this is what he tells me. My car, he had a used Honda Accord, I think. My car was only valued at $3,900, but my deductible was $5,000. I thought it was $500.
Did he really?
Yes. He thought he had a $500 deductible, but instead it was a $5,000 deductible.
Oh, man. Cake.
So insurance didn't pay anything.
Well, he's going to have to go by like Chris Davis or something when he applies for another insurance card.
I forgot about the one over there by the haystack.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, he could have got hurt.
No, he really could.
I'm sorry, he was hurt. I forgot about that. That's right. In case any of the other person involved in the accident is listening, Cupcake was very hurt.
That was the best. He's like hurt. It's like, dude, you got to start carry cameras on Facebook. You're carrying these like 200-pound whatever y'all carry cameras. He's like, and he's supposed to be injured. It'd be so easy to be an investigator for that. Okay.
It'd have been the easiest case in the history of mankind.
God, yeah.
Oh, boy. Greg from down the hall, that was so bad I was worried about losing our license. Dan the man, this call is horrible. Johnny C. Cupcake tried to pinch her. She farted and flew out the window. Oh. So there you go.
It garnered the same responses,
Yeah, it's as if Cupcake really called.
Yeah.
Whew.
Hey, I would be remiss if I didn't talk a little Astros real fast for the break. I didn't think Jake Marisnick did anything wrong running over the catcher.
Croy.
Because he's, we just talked about, he's Alvarez is there. Diaz is coming back. Now they got Miles Straw, who is he's not a great defensive player, but he's got wheels.
He's got everything, all the tools,
and he can play.
And it's a good name too.
And he can play many positions. So Jake plays the way Jake plays. That's why he's my favorite player, because he plays with reckless abandon, and he plays like every game's his last game. Well, you know what? It could be his last game because he's not huge. They can win without him, but so I don't see any problem with that. I don't even see a problem with them beating him and the Angels, because it knocked their catcher out bad, and I don't see a problem at all in them beating him. The new school of baseball is which I do applaud too. When somebody hits a home run, I think it's okay to jump around and get excited. What's wrong with that? Now, if you just I think the walk off, walking slowly and then just watching it, that's take it to a new level. But if you're fist pumping and all the if you're doing the moonwalk. But if you're pointing to your teammates and you're saying how awesome you are, I don't have a problem with that, right? But what I have a problem with is how the Angels waited till the third at bat to hit him.
Yeah.
It's wait a minute. So you're scared you're going to get thrown out. Dude, you guys are spinning anyway. So why don't you just go ahead and get it over with, But they went for his head. And that's, to me, when Jake ran over the catcher, it wasn't it was a bang-bang play. He didn't know, and that's just how he plays. If you watch him and you watch his throws, that's how the dude plays. That's why I love him.
That's how he plays the outfield.
And so for him not to hold back,
he's like a safety out there.
Yeah, I'm going to make a conservative. He didn't do that, but for them to wait to the third at bat, I thought that, to me, that was like, all right. And then Pujols tries to like take on the whole bench, and there's so much bad. There's so much bad blood. I mean, Tuve was the first one out. I'd love to see Tuve get on top of him. That'd have been awesome. Now that would have been new,
like Van Gundy and
yeah. That would have been new baseball. Because that would have totally broken the rules of how. But Marisnick kept it the old school way and said, "Look, man, this is
I get it.
Yeah, I deserve this or whatever."
Right.
And I thought and that's why he's still my favorite player.
As
I thought that
Rogers
was awesome.
brought up, what was it, yesterday, Rogers, when he said he just got the award for basically being one of the best guys in the league.
The suspension.
The suspension.
Did he really?
Yes.
The heart and soul prestige award for being like the most
a guy who's
the ultimate in everything.
And
he tries, the way he
better lock that one up.
Yeah. The Astros have about 7 guys that could probably fit that bill. Yeah. They're an easy team to like. They really are. And I do like them. I mean, I don't love them like you two guys do, but I do like they're just, how can you find a fault with any of those guys? I mean, they all just seem like dudes who are,
they seem to really like each other.
They like each other. Man, they put on a whooping last night.
Finally.
Yeah.
See what the Diamondbacks did to Texas?
Yeah.
Ooh, I think the Rangers are going to get rid of Minor. I think they're going to trade Mike Minor.
I hope so. I gave him my fantasy league. I need him to go to better pastures.
Yeah, I think that they're going to start being a seller because right before the All-Star break, they were like, "Oh, we're 8.5 back, 8 back. Look at the wild card, we're only 4 back," and then the bottom's going to fall out of them here pretty soon. And I think they're.
Don't you think? Because I went with JP one time I went there, but there's got to be some kind of advantage of playing in that ballpark as hot as it is, and just. It's just got to be. I know the ball's flying out there like it always has, but there's got to be some kind of advantage to play there. It's unlike any other. It is a heat box.
And it's so hot. It's one of the Arlington. Hate that place. So hot. Everything about Dallas.
Aren't they building a new baseball stadium too? Well, why?
Yes.
Why? Like, why did Atlanta have to build another one? I don't get it. Why?
At least it's like the Minute Maid.
Right. It's going to have an retractable roof, which is going to make
all the difference.
Heck, that may help them in free agency, because you want to go play somewhere where you're not going to die.
I think that income tax thing, that's a pretty good bit.
It's not a bad gig. 9:01 the time, Tim Fletcher Show. EH is in the house. We've heard from Cupcake already today.
Mm-hmm.
Rogers is here. Adam is in Seattle.
What's the world coming to?
What is the world coming to? I know this. If the world's coming to a toothache, I know where you need to go. Cormier Family Dentistry. 868-4072, 868-4072. Doctors Adam and Jenna Cormier, over 35, 36 years now of combined experience. A staff that is absolutely ace of spades. Ace of spades! How we do? We have the pop, whatever, what are those things called? Pop rocks? Yeah. We've got you covered, man. I'm telling you from personal experience that Cormier Family Dentistry just gets it done. Super nice people. They've got the most up-to-date equipment, easy to find over on Kings, right across from the Albertson, right next to Drug Emporium. Can't miss the place. 868-4072. Literally, I look forward to my next appointment because I know I'm going to have a blast at the dentist office. Tim Fletcher Show, 9:02. We'll be back right after this. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
Nature Valley brings that satisfying crunch that gets your family going again with real delicious honey and whole grain oats. So get out here. Nature Valley Oats and Honey Crunchy Bars. The original crunch.
At JCPenney, when the sun's out, the sale's on. Friday through Sunday, grab sizzling savings across the store, like 60% off select swimwear for her and 40 to 50% off select shorts and tees for him and her. Plus, take an extra 20% off with your JCPenney credit card and coupon. Check the app wallet for more savings. Hurry in for the hottest summer deals for 3 days only at JCPenney. Offers valid 7/19 to 7/21. Credit offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions apply. See store at jcp.com for details.
Paint pros know what you don't paint is just as important as what you do paint. So the Home Depot has bulk pricing on a full assortment of 3M painters, tapes, and paint essentials. Everything you need, every day. Like 3M hand masker film and Scotch painter's tape. For the cleanest results on every paint job, 3M and the Home Depot have got you covered. With bulk price savings on 3M paint essentials. Every day, only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only.
This week, find great deals at Walgreens. Now, all 12-pack soft drinks are 3 for $9.99 with card. And select varieties of Tide Simply Clean laundry detergent are $1.95 with coupon and card. Get great deals on the everyday essentials you need, right here at your neighborhood Walgreens. Walgreens, trusted since 1901. While supplies last, restrictions and exclusions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly. To protect your engine, you have to change the oil. Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, pick up 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic truck and SUV motor oil for just $28.95. When your engine works extra hard, give it the protection it needs. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
The cleanup hour, hitting fourth. First choice personnel. Make first choice personnel your last call. 797-7810.
KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City.
Princess tackle at the 25, 10-5, touchdown, Tigers!
What up, what up, what up? Good morning, everybody. It's 9:06, 6 minutes after the hour, 9 o'clock. Rogers Hampton Jr. No Hester, but we have a Hardy. EH in the house. What's up, EH? So, is your lady listening today?
No.
She's
working out. Oh, she's asleep.
Your daughter's awesome, by the way. Your wife's awesome. We love your wife. We love your whole family.
Well,
They're good people.
We feel the same about y'all.
Y'all are just a great group. Good people, man. Big fans. Big fans. First time caller, big fan. Tell you what, I'm also a big fan. Dude, Chillin' Hill. 798-4325. Chillin' Hill. It's the cat's pajamas as far as rest and recovery and revitalization. You know, the older you get, EH, how old are you again?
45.
45.
I got my back did over there.
Did you really?
Obviously, because I don't like I move around a lot, you know, and during the week I don't have time to just take. I said, look, I don't want to get in that chamber because I'm kind of a wuss. I'm like, can I just? This is one part of my back. Like, well, it's not going to work as good, but and they put this apparatus just on the back, and I'm telling you, it worked. And I was like, holy.
Dude, they can also do the spot treat with the cold thing. Grow a pair, get in the cryo.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna. It's EH. I ain't lying, man. It is nuts how much better.
Yeah, I know. I need to.
798-4325. 798-4325. So he tries to fake you the voice.
He tried to do a country voice on me.
Okay.
Is it Rogers?
Danger voice.
Good morning, caller. Who do we have with us?
Hey, is this the Tim Fletcher Show?
Yes, it is. Who do we have with us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline?
Did I win tickets to any concerts or anything?
You actually did. You won a concert ticket to
Comic-Con and Trish Stratus.
You
Am I
get to
caller
be
number 10?
Yeah, you're caller number 10.
Woo! Yeah.
Hello, Cupcake.
Woo!
Or is this the fake cupcake or the real cupcake?
Well, do I at least want a free date with Ed Hardy?
Ed Hardy, does he win a free date with you?
Taken.
He's already taken, buddy. Sorry about that.
Take Ole Miss. Cupcake.
Hey, your imposter was stuttering. I think he got mixed up. Wait, who's who?
I heard Ed Hardy was in the studio. I had to take my personal car, which actually has call capabilities, so I can call people.
What?
Just to talk to Ed Hardy, yeah.
Oh, wait, so you never told me about the accident in Atlanta. I only thought you had one bang up.
No, it was an accident in Atlanta. It had nothing to do with it being 28-3. It's another accident.
Look at him. He used a sports reference. That actually worked.
Yeah.
Good. So Cupcake, who did you ride next to on the Greyhound bus on the way back here?
All right, so I left Atlanta at 4 o'clock in the morning. I told my superiors at my TV station I would get to work by 2, and so I had to leave Atlanta at 4 o'clock in the morning. Now,
how's the Atlanta bus station? Was it pretty nice?
No, it is the worst thing ever. As a matter of fact, it's next to the Magic City Strip Club downtown. And, of course, all the crazies were getting out at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was scared to death. My Uber driver even warned me. He's like, hey, Chris, you may want to walk on the other side of the street to avoid all the crazy people who were coming out of the strip club at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, okay.
4 o'clock in the morning? That's all late.
So your Uber driver, A, calls you by your first name and warns you to avoid the people coming out of the Kit Kat Club at 4 o'clock, which is next to the bus station.
Yes.
Okay.
Isn't it crazy that strip clubs close down at 4 o'clock in the morning in Atlanta? Isn't that crazy within itself? I was thinking 6. My best guess, I thought those kind of clubs would close down at 6 o'clock in the morning, not 4. That was a shock in itself.
That was a shock.
So,
Rogers is still shocked by that news.
Yes. Yeah, because I'm used to my strip clubs closing down at 6. So, that being said, I walked into the bus station in Atlanta, and it was just like, it was busy, it was scary, the building was just dingy, it was just, it's hard to, it's really hard to explain how bad it really was in there. So, I wanted to get out of there so bad, and I got in the bus at around like 4:01, left around 4:10. So we drive an hour outside of Atlanta, and the bus starts to break down. It has a problem shifting gear, and so
that's awesome.
The bus breaks down in a little town called Villa Rica, Georgia, about like maybe 10 minutes away from the Alabama border, and we're stuck for 3 hours just sitting on the bus.
Who'd you talk to? What'd you do to pass the time?
I just put my head in my shirt. I couldn't do anything. And the reason why is you were talking about the person sitting next to me.
Yeah.
It was clear as day that the person sitting next to me was tweaking on something, was tweaking on cocaine or...
Did you say tweaking or twerking? Which one did you say?
Well, a little bit of both. The way she was gyrating, a little bit of both. It was kind of a twerk. I would say twerking.
Guy or a girl?
She was, girl.
Girl. Oh.
Yeah. I figured she might have left Magic City along with me. I don't know. I figured she was also Magic City.
Now, did she fall asleep like with her head falling on your shoulder? And was there little sparks going on there?
You know, I at first she was kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie. For a person that was really tweaking and on something, I thought about kind of extending the olive branch to see like what her availability was. Like, is she single? Is she married? Is she a kid?
Yeah.
But my better judgment came into mind. I was like, you know what? I don't want to get sucked into any illegal stuff, so I better leave her alone.
Smart move.
She would have put you on the wrong path.
That's right. She could have taken you to a whole different side of town right there, buddy. That'd have been tough.
Oh, exactly. And so, actually, my Uber driver, when I was riding Uber back to in Atlanta somewhere else, I was sitting next to someone in the back seat of the Uber, someone else who was tweaking on something.
Are you sure you're not the one tweaking and they're normal?
No, I'm the normal. No, it's evident that women in Atlanta are all tweaking. It's pretty obvious. Every woman in Atlanta likes to tweak. It's crazy.
So they're off limits then.
I think so. I don't know. I just feel like every person, every woman I ran into in Atlanta was on something.
Well, how's the Monroe dating? Let's get to more important topics. How's the Monroe dating scene? Now, you're balling now. You got the top job over there. There's no excuses. You're not too busy. You live there now. So what's the situation? Because I know you said there weren't any pretty girls there, but there's two colleges.
I never said there weren't any pretty girls here. I always said I was busy. And why I'm calling you guys right now. I'm actually headed to the Dixie Youth World Series, the 15U over in Sterlington at their new complex.
Oh.
And it's 9 o'clock in the morning, so I'm busy now. But
I know you're busy
right now.
Get that.
So, what else?
No, I was just say. Oh, I thought I was going to say something. No, I was just say nothing's going on right now. I'm just working. As a kid, like I say, Tim Fletcher, living my best life.
Living his best life. EH.
Yes.
All right, Cupcake, let's talk a little football.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
I know you weren't at SEC Media Days, but obviously this year Auburn with Jarrett Stidham back at quarterback. How much of a factor is he as one of the best quarterbacks in the league this year?
Jarrett Stidham?
Yeah.
I guess when he graduated. Did he graduated already?
There you go, Cupcake. There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Yeah.
All right.
He graduated, yeah.
All right. So, but that does leave Fitzgerald at Mississippi State as maybe the guy who's kind of not thought about when you think about Tua, you think about Fromm. How much is Fitzgerald kind of passed over as far as SEC quarterbacks this year?
Since he graduated too, give him the Heisman while you're at it. Just give him the Heisman.
Cupcake batting 2 for 2. See, look at this guy.
Dialed in, dude.
Huh? How about that?
Just give him the Heisman, I'm telling you. Even though he graduated.
You graduated Ted Madden and Cliff, and now he's your third pupil.
As DV says, as an example of how busy he is, Cupcake used the fact that he's working at 9 a.m. as proof of his workload. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, you're working, so yeah.
I say I'm working. I just like riding around in the new car.
He got a new car, he's trying to tell people.
Have you put a LSU sticker on the back?
No, I put a Ole Miss sticker on the back.
There you go.
For my love
that
Ole
is,
Miss.
hey,
I love Ole Miss.
Monroe is Rebel territory.
It is.
Oh, but people don't realize Monroe is not necessarily all LSU like people think it is. It's very fragmented, even with Tech, ULM, and Grambling, and
Bama.
and Arkansas.
And Bama, yeah.
Bama.
Yeah.
Monroe's very fragmented. It's not LSU country by any stretch of the imagination. Hence why you rarely see Ed Orgeron even coming over here.
Donnie also does a hashtag workaholic miss you cupcake. So Donnie Brewer says miss you cupcake. How's that
feel? Tell Donnie I really miss him. I miss Serena. I love catching up with him on Facebook all the time. I see are they still on vacation? I saw something on Facebook recently where they're on vacation.
Maybe so. Jarrett Gregg down the hall says this might be the best cupcake call ever. I'm actually amazed and engaged.
See, Greg never. Every time I try to talk to Greg, he never talks to me. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know what Greg's deal is.
He's talking about how much he's enjoying this phone call.
That's very nice of him. I've tried talking to Greg for 2 years, and he's just blown me off every time. Just didn't say anything to me.
You don't
Greg,
have.
what's the deal, dude?
You seem to not like people that work here at this radio station. What's up with that?
That is not true. I think Greg's a great asset to the station. I think Greg is the best thing to happen to 1130 The Tiger. I really do think so. I'm not just saying
Rogers
that
and I say thank you for that.
Oh. Well, Rogers is okay. Rogers is another guy you try talking to, you try texting and saying, hey, Rogers, how you doing?
Rogers will not text you. Rogers will not text you unless you're dying in the street somewhere.
Or you want to buy a cat.
Or you want to buy a kitty cat.
Yeah.
He is not communicating. After the show is over, Rogers is over. That is something that you just got to know.
Well, when I go to Magic City Strip Club, I want to see Rogers go with me. I want to take Rogers over to Magic City.
I think Rogers' chance of going to Magic City with you is about the same chance as
Adam helping you move.
Adam helping me move. Yes, that is. Yeah, those are not going to be.
Actually, wait a minute. Ed, is Ed available to go to Magic City with me in Atlanta?
Yeah, we can stay with MCD. I'm in.
Yeah, that'd be great. We need to plan a trip to Atlanta. I'll pick you up next weekend. We'll drive over to Magic City and have a good time.
That'll work.
Tuco says we should send the Danger Boys over to visit Cupcake in Monroe and do interviews with him. That's not a bad idea. Greg from down the hall, 2 coats. Greg down the hall texts in. We can communicate over the Tim Fletcher Show. I'm insanely busy 24 hours a day, Cupcake. And Kachu says Cake is forgetting where he came from, burning bridges with the crying emoji. Wow.
Who said that? I'm burning bridges?
Kachu says you're burning bridges. One of these days you may need some of these people.
Can you get Tim's blessing to bring back the Cupcake moniker over there? Because it's about time you bust it out.
Well, they know because of Gene Pawnee. And Gene Pawnee, the longtime sports director at KTVE, the nickname brought its way over to Monroe because of Gene.
Will you put that on your header instead of Chris Demerge, just Cupcake, just straight up?
No,
like Prince. You're like Prince, just Cupcake.
My favorite thing about Cupcake was he used to have on his Twitter bio about how, thanks to like Bob Griffin for helping him get his career started. I'm like, dude, if it wasn't for me and Allie, you would have no career. You would be, sweeping up the gutters somewhere. And so I want to see on this bio, thank you, Tim and Allie Fletcher, because without you, I would be nothing.
Tim, did you see the part of my bio where it says 11:30 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show alum? Did you see that part?
No, I do not see it on your Twitter thing. No. Sports director, Sunrise Morning News anchor at KTVE, at My Arclemis, at Fletcher Worldwide, at 11:30 The Tiger, Kappa Sig alum, Instagram, Chris Immersion, Los Angeles, Monroe, Louisiana, chrisimmersion.wixsite.com/Chris Immersion. Born December 3rd, joined January 2009. 800 following, 1,819 followers. Nothing about me or Allie that basically saved your life.
What? I said Tim Fletcher Show alum.
Nope, not on there. You see it on there? See anything about Tim Fletcher Show alum on there, EH?
Kappa Sig alum.
Kappa Sig alum. What do those guys do for you? Not a damn thing.
I paddled. I got free beer out of it.
Yeah. We got you rounds of drinks with girls at a Mexican restaurant and took you down to a club. You still couldn't close the deal.
Well, because
I'm very upset about this Cupcake. I never knew how much the burning the bridges thing, EH. He forgets where he came from.
Was he kind of like, what do you call it? He's big timing you, but he was.
Oh, yeah. Big timing me. What? He's a TV boy now.
Him.
He's big. He runs in the Tim Owens, Alex Anderson, Richard, Roy. He only runs with those people. He doesn't mess with the radio guys anymore. He's too big for that.
No, I'm just too big for Gary McCoy. That's all. Just Gary McCoy.
Wow.
Now
he's burning Gary McCoy. Radio Hall of Famer Gary McCoy.
I'm kidding. Wow. No, I'm not too big for the radio station. I love radio. I think I really appreciate radio. As a matter of fact, I want to get back into it.
Well, we don't have any jobs here.
You don't? Dang it. That's great.
You need to go head-to-head against your competition.
Yeah, you need to go take on Dietrich.
Well,
are you scared of Aaron Dietrich? Is that what you're saying right now?
They're friends.
Well, no, there's only one sports radio station in Monroe.
They're friends? You can't be competitors with your friends? You're friends with Dietrich? I thought he was your competitor.
Dietrich was Dietrich was the first person to congratulate me when I first got the gig.
Dietrich has worn you down, buddy. He has played the game and playing you like a fiddle. He has got you to where you don't want to try to beat him in anything. So Dietrich's he's already got that city under lockdown. No one's going to beat KNOE sports coverage. And so he knows that you got a work ethic, and he's like, I'm going to just act like I like Cupcake and flatter him, and that way he won't try harder and he won't try to do a radio show.
Complacent.
Yeah, you'll be complacent and happy, and you won't ever go after him. So
you don't want to be
already beating you at this thing. Why are you so scared of Aaron Dietrich?
No, Dietrich's such a great guy. He really, truly is. He's one of the hardest working men I've ever met.
Can you hear the fear in his voice? I mean, it's like it's quivering a little bit. Come on,
I'm more
Cupcake.
scared of Ed Hardy. I'm scared of Ed Hardy.
I'm going to let Dietrich know that the white flag has been waved by KTVE. They surrendered. They are not coming after
dude,
KNOE.
when are y'all going to get back on TV, man?
Yeah, Tim, when are you going to get back on TV?
No, I'm talking about NBC. Aren't y'all off over there?
Yeah, y'all are off DirecTV and stuff, aren't you?
Oh, no, that's Channel 6 in Shreveport. No, our next star station's Fox.
Ah,
Fox 14 is off of Direct
Next Star that are having
KTVE.
problems. Okay.
Good for you, Cake. So you cover it.
Yeah, so
You're covered
KTVE is
up.
still on there, yeah.
Yep.
Yes, it's interesting, but hopefully we'll get that resolved soon. I'm ready. The football season's right around the corner.
Uh-huh.
It'll be weird the first one without Gene. But honestly, everyone's been very supportive over here. Everyone's been great, nice people, great responses, very supportive of what of me, and so I definitely appreciate everyone over here. I really do. Again, one day I'd love to get Tim
getting a
Fletcher
lifetime achievement
on the TV side over there.
Good and faithful. So that's like a eulogy for somebody who died. You need to grow up, man. You need to grow a pair and go after Dietrich. You need to start do live shots out in front of KNOE and say, I'm live in front of the station that is second best. If you're watching the station behind me, you're watching the wrong station. My name is Chris Cupcake Demersion, and I'm the best damn sportscaster this city has, and you better start watching me or you're missing out. And then drop the mic and walk off. If you want any attention, you better start making some noise over there. You're not doing anything.
Rogers, where are the sound effects, Rogers? Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Russians got them.
The Russians got the sound effects?
Yes. Having a flashback to the time that Cupcake delayed the start of the LHSAA 5A state championship baseball game with a camera glued to his shoulder shooting video of the Barb dugout while the umpiring crew, both teams and the entire audience, stared at him in silence for a solid 2 minutes, waiting on him to realize the national anthem, player introductions, and pitcher's warm-up were all completed.
That's true. That's very accurate. No, it was about 2 or 3 minutes where I was getting fan shots, and I forgot which team was playing down there, and the umpires just kept looking at me like, gosh, why the hell are they looking at me? And so they said, son, we're waiting on you. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, so it's my fault. The first pitch got set back a couple extra minutes.
Johnny C. wants to hear more about you being a championship volleyball player.
Those days were fun. Culver City volleyball. Miss them every day. That's when I was skinnier. I was a lot more in shape when I was playing volleyball at Culver City.
What are you doing to stay in shape there, Cupcake?
Not a whole lot. I've had time to stay in shape because I've been traveling from here to here. On Tuesday I was in Birmingham for the
where to where?
SWAC Media Day.
You have wrecks everywhere you travel. I'd stop traveling if I were you. What do you eat? Do you cook, Cupcake? Are you cooking for yourself now that you're all by yourself? Yeah. There's no more MCD. There's no more roommates. There's no more Snowy. Yeah. I mean, you're doing it all. You've got your own apartment now, right?
Yeah, it's very heartbreaking. I miss MCD. I miss the dogs. That's why I travel to Atlanta so much, to be around the dogs in MCD.
How often do you go? Once a week?
2 times a week.
2 times a week, go to Atlanta? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
I commute from Atlanta to Monroe.
What's your apartment look like? I'm imagining a lot of linoleum.
Well, you've probably heard of Shangri-La Apartments. It's over in West Monroe. It's been around since the 70s. And
what street is it on?
Wellerman.
Wellerman?
Wellerman, yeah.
Okay, we've got the cops are on their way. Check your computer over there. Wellerman, the Shangri-La. That sounds nice. Sounds real nice.
I've got to get the stolen cable out of there before we call the cops. Let me get the stolen cable out.
All right, Cupcake. What else is going on?
Dude, not a whole lot. This drive to Sterlington takes forever in the day, I tell you.
So in the nighttime, it doesn't take us long?
Not nearly as much. You can speed a little bit. You can go like 70 miles per hour.
It takes forever in the day. But at the night, same distance, but it takes less time.
Well, because you can speed a little bit on 165.
Okay.
Hey, Tim, when are you going to have an old reunion over here? A lot of the old NLU guys at the Siesta.
Siesta's not even open anymore. It's the Waterfront Grill, isn't it?
But still, you got to come back over here and hang out with a lot of the old NLU buds.
Okay, I'll do that, Cupcake.
Yeah, hang out with the Gene Ponties, the Mike Collins, the Charlie Camerons of the world.
Old Charlie. Charlie watches on Facebook every now and then.
Charlie's a great guy. I love talking to Charlie.
Oh, that's good. Who do you not love talking to? It seems like Greg. That's right. You don't like talking to Greg. Greg,
I love
Gary,
talking to Greg.
or anybody else at the radio station.
No, I actually ran into Robert J. Wright the other day. Him and Jay Watt, like two very good dudes. It was
All the
great
rich you
hanging
have,
out
be
with
careful
them.
saying you ran into somebody because you may have run into somebody. Okay, what?
I said it's great talking to Robert J. Wright and Jay Watley. I saw them over the weekend. I'm trying to think. The one person at the radio station I don't like talking to.
I didn't ask you that.
Oh, that you did. I'm sorry.
No,
That's just the one person I didn't like talking to.
No. Showtime says you're full of crap. Jump straight up 165. Literally, it's 25 minutes to Sterlington. It's not forever.
Well, 25 minutes is forever in my book.
Wait, you lived there with Ed Jackson, didn't you?
Yeah, you were living there with your cousin, Ed Jackson.
Well, Ed Jackson coaches football in Louisiana Tech. So he lives in Grambling to Ruston. So I wouldn't be able to, live over there with him. I don't know if he'd welcome me at his house, Ed Jackson.
All right.
My other uncle probably would. My other uncle, Ed Clark, probably would. Not Ed Jackson.
Oh, Cupcake, we love you, buddy. You're doing good, man.
I love Greg, too. I love you and Greg and Ed Hardy and, Gary McCoy somewhat. Gary McCoy's a Cowboys fan, so I gotta be careful with him.
The Falcons, or the Rams and Cowboys are enemies.
You need to go fishing with McCoy one time. I bet that would be fun.
It would be cool. I miss hanging out with Gary McCoy.
When's the last time you went fishing?
Never. No, I lied. I was a freshman at LSUS. I went with a couple of fraternity brothers to some lake behind, in South Shreveport, behind the university, somewhere over there, some lake.
That's the Red River.
No, it's also like another lake over there. I didn't realize is that the Red River directly behind the school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the
I guess
river.
it's the Red River then. I don't know.
Yes. If you go further down, it's the sewage wastewater plant. So don't fish there, Cupcake. All right, buddy.
Okay.
Well, keep on working hard.
I will try to. Ed Hardy, I love you. Tim, I love you. Tell Greg Adams I love him too, and I love everything he's done for the radio station. Tell Gary McCoy he's okay in my book. I don't love him. He's just okay in my book.
I will make sure I do all of those.
Please.
See you, Kate.
See you, Kate.
He's really worried about Greg Adams' approval.
He is. He doesn't want Greg to not like him.
But McCoy could care less. But Adams, you know what he's doing, don't you? He's leaving the door open.
Oh, yeah.
Leaving the door open for a possible return.
Yep. After Dietrich squashes him over there and he has to come back over here. Anytime I ask Dietrich about Cupcake, he goes, I like him. So he's a good guy. He works hard. You worried about it? He goes, no. We're good.
Kate needs to.
Washing machine.
Kate needs to put the full on assault.
I know. You're in dead last place in a 2-horse race.
There's only 2 stations?
Well, there's the ABC and the Fox, but they are operated by the same people.
Wow.
So there's only 2 newscasts, KNOE and KTVE. KNOE's killing people. They just dominant. And Dietrich has been dominant for a long, long time. Dietrich works hard. And he knows the coaches. He does the Aaron's Aces thing. That's a big deal over there. Cupcake has got a lot of ground to make up. He's working hard, and he's getting some recognition. Coaches call him and text him, hey, man, appreciate you coming out here and working. We don't see KNOE out here as much as we used to. You really worked hard.
Yeah.
So he's got the work ethic.
Nobody's going to outwork him.
No.
He can do it.
But he just needs to.
A killer instinct.
He needs a killer instinct.
Too many trophies for participation.
Being a Rec City volleyball player has killed him.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have played real volleyball in high school. He'd have known how to spike it. Rec league, you get tossed out for spiking it probably.
He should have been a skater, like we talked about earlier.
Yep. So there, Cupcake. Whew.
You know what? He has graduated because he got less hate text than the Danger Boys.
Than the fake Cupcake. Yeah, the Danger Boys get more hate text than Cupcake does. That's saying something. People are used to really text about Cupcake and that. Yeah. Speaking of limping to the finish, Rory McIlroy, quadruple bogey on the first hole, triple bogey the last hole.
Golly.
Rory's 8 over par. Going to be kind of tough to win from 13 shots back after one round. So those who had Rory McIlroy at like 20-1, Ooh. Say goodbye to your money, honey. Brewer Quality Homes DB in studio tomorrow. Who knows who else he's bringing with him? Maybe it's Nate Dizzle. Maybe it's some of the Cabco guys. You never know with Donnie. Whoever survives the Thursday night pregame meal.
Donnie's like a chameleon. You don't know what he's going to be. Beard? Is it going to be bandana? Is he going to be?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Is he going to be ZZ Top glasses? Is he going to be?
Is he going to be cap? I think he was non-cap last time.
I want him to do the bandana when he did the race and kind of real. He needs to come in after like a business meeting the night before.
Yes, they talk a lot of business. Do a lot of hydrating,
lubing the deals.
Yes, I think the bandana would be a pretty smart move.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mobile Home Mafia T-shirt, bandana.
Selling them cheap, stacking them deep.
Stacking them deep. Brewer Quality Homes. Up to $10,000 off manufactured homes all weekend long. Door prizes, big screen TVs, lenders on site, and Donnie in studio tomorrow. Everything Donnie touches turns to sold. We'll be back with Ed Hardy and Rogers Hampton right after this. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810. Locally owned and operated, Chevyland has just a cornucopia of 2019 Chevy Silverados and Silverado 2500 HDs up to 10% off through GM Financial or 0% financing with $1,500 off on all crew cabs. Slide on in to a brand new Silverado at Chevyland. We care about you. Every single Friday on our show, we have Forcum Friday spotlighting a Northwestern State University Demon athlete or coach.
Ooh, yay! I love that segment. I especially like it when y'all talk baseball because my nephew is a Demon.
That's true.
And don't forget, family tradition, my mother is a Demon.
Ooh, I think I'll just kind of let that one sit there. Forcum Friday.
What is that
Every
supposed to be?
single Friday on the Tim Fletcher Show.
Very funny. I'm about to starve.
I don't know, but I want to eat something. I will eat this paper.
I know what I want. I want those Brussels sprouts from Fat Cat at Red River.
Are they not the best?
Yeah, I mean, just that one dish, the Brussels sprouts, would get me there. But of course,
there's so much more. Fat Calf Boucherie inside Red River Brewing. If you guys haven't tried their brunch, man, oh man, you're missing it. Sundays, 10:30 to 2. It's amazing.
The French toast.
It's the best I've ever had. Red River Brewing, Fat Calf Boucherie. You know, Nicole, they say I've got an electric personality. Does that help me out at First Choice Personnel?
It would help you. I'm looking for electrical or mechanical, technical people.
I'm not so mechanical, but I do have an electric personality.
Sounds good. You come my way. Let me see what I can do for you.
All right, 797-7810, 797-7810. First Choice Personnel, make First Choice your last call. If you and your family are looking for a new place to go take your teeth, I suggest Cormier Family Dentistry. I'm telling you right now, you'll be smiling when you go in, you'll be smiling when you leave. Of course, that smile is going to look a lot better after they've taken care of you. Doctors Adam and Jana Cormier are absolutely astounding and outstanding dentists, but their staff also just makes it so easy, so nice, and literally so fun. That's right, I said fun. When you go to the dentist, you will have a good time. You'll get great work. Cormier Family Dentistry, 868-4072.
Don't put your life on the line when you dig. Do what the pros do. Respect the marks. Dig with care. And before you dig, call 811. Louisiana One Call.
You're on 49. It is so easy to just hit that Burt Coons exit and swoop into Swoop.
If you need to top off your tank, Swoop. Locally owned and operated. Of course you want to support a Shreveport business and a Bossier business on Industrial in Bossier City. But at the Swoop in Shreveport, sweetie,
those breakfast sandwiches.
Breakfast sandwiches where the biscuits are a mile high. Sausage, egg, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. They've got
coffee and the OJ.
Clean restrooms. Brighten your day at Swoop.
There it is.
Since Donnie Brewer put Nate Dizzle in charge, I don't think Donnie has been home. They've traveled the world. Has he already done the peacock bass fishing thing yet? I don't know. But I know this, that every time I look up, Brewer Quality Homes is having another ridiculous sale, including the Clapton, the custom Cabco KB series, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square feet for $99,995. That's amazing. Under $50 per square foot at Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas in Bossier City. The Bayou Bell Waste Boys are in studio with us. Clem McCullough, Russell Hall. It's got to be so fun working with people you care so much about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have a great time every day, and I tell you, it's just so fulfilling to be able to support the local economy and hire people and be able to support families. We absolutely have a blast every day, and we certainly appreciate all your support.
Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900, BayouBellWaste.com. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU Sports, 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome, one and all. This is the Tim Fletcher Show, 1130 The Tiger. Having a very good time with our pal E.H. in studio today. One of the best guys you'll ever come across is old Justin Smith, a.k.a. Ed Hardy. Rogers Hampton Jr. making things sizzle. Mudbucks Hockey Hotline, 320-1130, 320-1130. Texas on the Bayou Bellway Trash text line, 489-7453. Speaking of good dudes, Brian Rapolo, 865-5113, 865-5113. One of our listeners here called Rapolo's insulation, had the insulation sprayed into his attic. It was 140 degrees in his attic, not above 82 now.
Golly.
Think about that 60-degree difference.
Man, I would pay all the houses I have to go into attics. And it is like, some of them, I mean, you're right, 200, I don't know what it is. It's just, but I could, if I were 80-degree attic, boy, I'd set up shop.
That's a man cave you can make up there.
Dude, yeah.
You could, slip away from the family and take naps and they not know where you are.
Stash your Jackson wafers up there.
Ooh.
Nobody can get to them.
Pulled a half a bag of those into my office the other day while Allie was painting and was watching.
God, I wish I had super cholesterol. The stuff that I'd eat: wafers, peanut butter,
eggs.
No, you can do eggs.
I thought eggs were high in cholesterol.
If you fry them,
you can fry the cholesterol out of an egg.
No, if that's the fried eggs are bad.
Oh, scrambled eggs are okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
protein.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, you know all this stuff. I know. I just know that I got super cholesterol.
I know. Y'all are healthy.
I got a heart that ain't going to stop. Even after I die, they say my heart's going to live for like another 3 years. Oh, my God. Yeah. Whoever gets my heart, if I donate it, is going to be like, yeah.
You're like a snake. You just keep flopping around.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like a fish on the bank.
Yeah.
Can't kill me, man. My brain's already kind of half dying, but the heart, it is kicking along. Allie might have it put in her body. Have like 2 hearts because she loves me so much.
Like 2 phones.
Like 2 phones. Instead of 2 phones, 2 hearts.
2 hearts.
Rapolo's insulation, man. Good dude. Cool down that attic. Save on your utility bills. 865-5113. Family owned and operated. 941 the time. EH, what do we got? We got college football. We got talked a little bit about the Astros. Talked a little Saints, obviously.
All right, I got off topic because that's why not?
You're the guest, man. You're
so my favorite things outside of your stadium, putting high school stadiums here which is stupid. Like, why didn't Huntington have a stadium?
Right,
we got plenty of land. Why didn't Green Oaks have a stadium?
Right,
stupid.
All that
Southwood,
land out there at Green Oaks, yes.
Woodlawn. It's it would be
it's
great.
Ridiculous, yes.
So that's one of my favorites.
Right,
the Tim Fletcher Show topic. Second favorite topic is why don't we have a college football team? So I did a little research.
Ooh!
So the Danger Boys inspired me.
With their 1 hour of research.
Yeah.
Danger Boy research project.
So if LSUS or Bipsy were to get a football team,
okay,
like football is from my initial research last night.
Yeah.
It's extremely expensive. I mean, it's the equipment and all that. I mean, it's just
insurance liability.
It's just,
all this
but it can't happen.
Okay.
Did you know that if the LSUS were to get it, there's like 92 schools that play in AIA football, and there's some closer to here, real close to here.
All right.
there's a team in Tyler, a college in Tyler, 750. That's the enrollment. These got to be private schools. I'm sure they got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky Christian, Texas Wesleyan. There's another one up in Arkansas called Line
College.
Line College. I don't know. Is that
used to be
private?
Arkansas College, yeah.
Okay, so maybe these are private, but I mean, LSU's got like 4,000 people. So why did it happen? I don't know.
And we got a lot better football around here too.
I think it's true. Then you look at the JUCO stuff, which that would probably be better because Vipsy does have coin, even though it's
they got land.
and they got tons of enrollments killing it. Okay, which is weird. Is there's two obviously the ones we know closest to here are Kilgore and Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
But they play some. I think the travel would be terrible for that because you do play teams in New Mexico and you go pretty far.
Let's go to Mississippi and play.
Well, that's what I'm about to get to. Mississippi's got 14 JUCOs. We're dying for a football team here, and I don't get it. And it's just this is the time to if Bipsy doesn't need much because I mean they got. It seems like they could put it together, but LSUS is dying on the vine, man. And I know that would be
You're
like
an alum.
Yeah, and I knew it would be like a total stretch, but I think your dorm thing, and that's what I want you to do. I'm going to put you on the spot. It's just, get Roy and them to write an article about UALR and about how they changed everything around when they put some dorms there, and people live. I mean, I've been visiting the hospital really close to LSUS, and it's a shame. Now they're having the balloon rallies and they're having all the stuff. It's a huge campus, but you got tons of kids now are different. When we were kids, we wanted to go away, and that was. But now kids want to be around the action and and technology and all that stuff. But it's a shame that we don't have it. But for a sports guy, it's like you and Rogers and myself, why we don't have college football, to me it's honestly the strangest thing I've ever. I can't wrap my brain around it. The talent here is awesome, but yet when it comes to college football, it's not in this huge earth city. I don't get it.
It will never make sense to me. I don't think I knew that about Shreveport when I moved here, that there was no football. And like even a small school. I mean, at Monroe, I didn't really know about LSUS when we were at NLU. And I didn't really think about it because I was not from, obviously if I lived here, I would have known about it, but I was from Monticello. And I knew that we had a college. UAM. We're a town of 7,034 people. We had a college.
Yeah.
Magnolia was basically the Monticello of Columbia County. They had a college. Arkadelphia had 2 colleges. Pine Bluff had a college. And so in my world, I was like, well, yeah, a lot of small towns have colleges. And so I never thought about it until I got down here for a job. I was like, wait a minute. Dude, they don't have a college down here that plays football? That is
I'm
weird.
telling you, and listen, we all know, and people who listen to the show know that this town has a real hard time supporting things, unless the leadership, Tommy Scott, is just completely solid and can bring the fannies in the seats and stuff. But football, it's not that hard of a sell. You know what I'm saying? I mean, honestly, especially if it's young kids and stuff, and it could be a feeder thing. I mean, maybe not NAIA because they'd probably, but still, like the community college. I'd love to see LSUS. I know you had the guy on,
Drew.
Dr. Drew. Whatever the LSU, Dr. Larry, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
And but I don't know what's happening with that. But I mean, to me, I'd take a 3-year stab at it and just see what happens, and then either or college and just watch it blow up. Because I mean, schools that have done that have been put on the map. I mean, I don't know. I just think here it's just kind of like it could be so supported. So.
UALR is up to now it's just Little Rock. Is up to 11,800 students.
Good grief, man.
Yeah.
I remember they come here, me and Coop would watch them play Centenary, and they had that Blaine Russell, or whatever his name was, and it was packed, but they were a little bitty college, I mean, they played Mercer was their rival. I mean, now they're playing the big boys.
I graduated December of 94, 0 dorms on campus. There was no student housing whatsoever. ULR now provides a variety of on-campus living options from traditional resident rooms to multiple bedroom apartments. The university has 4 residence halls on the eastern side of the campus and the University Village apartment complex on the southern side of campus. 6 learning communities focused on criminal justice, arts and culture, majors and careers, future business innovators, nursing careers, and STEM are available to students. 6 since 94. They built 4 dorms and 2 apartment complexes on this campus.
there you go. I mean, yes, the heck with the football for right now. But if you bring that, then you have the kids that I mean, my daughter's your kids are in college, but mine's going up there, and not, who knows where she's going to go. But the thing is, it's like it's not even to get a real experience. It's not really an option there. I mean,
no, and Sid got her degree from LSUS. You got yours from LSUS. A lot of people get their degrees from LSUS. It is a really good school.
Yep.
And it has served a wonderful purpose. But Cupcake got his. Did he get his? No, he didn't. Okay.
He did.
Yeah. Just don't do too much of fact checking on the resume. But there is no real big student life there.
No.
It is. A lot of people are non-traditional students. A little older, maybe family, Well,
they're working, but, I mean, if you want to keep, as far as football and sports and just young people, you got to give them something. Everybody wants to get out of the house. Nobody can, not too many kids when they're 19 can afford apartments, but you want to get them out of there. And, and the synergy it'd bring, have a team, then you have an alumni, and everything works. It's just, I don't know. I see all this stuff, and it really ticked me off watching that Hard Knocks, or not Hard Knocks. What's the one that's on Netflix about the football team?
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's little podunk Mississippi, and they got a school. It's like, why? It just with everything going on. I don't know why that's evident. Hold on a second.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, West Hall, Gray Tower, West Hall, Maroon Tower, East Hall, University Village, Commons Apartments, South Hall, and North Hall. Yeah. 6 different places for you to live on campus at UALR.
So get him back on the hook, or the Bipsy guy, and ask him, is that even in the conversation?
Now look at that. Look how big that dorm is.
I mean, community college, they don't have dorms. This is a bit more LSUS thing, but I know he said something about the agreement with the they made a deal, and it was going to expire. Like they had to build that certain kind of apartment-y looking kind of, whatever. I'm talking about brick and mortar, or take one of the buildings it is now, and I'm talking just straight dorm rooms. This doesn't have to be the mint and julep here. I mean, we're talking just rooms, but I mean, it's got to work, So I don't know.
What's the mint julep? I don't know what that is.
Like hoity-toity kind of, high class.
Okay, I got you. All right, so yeah, I'm with you, buddy. I think that it would certainly land. It would certainly move us in the right direction. Cookie Man says Title IX is why LSUS and Bipsy.
Probably. Probably.
903, Shreveport's dying a slow, painful death. I could see where people say that, but I'm still a fan. Smooth Operator, going back to Cupcake, says Cake should just go all out Ron Burgundy, Monroe, get his posse together, talk smack on the air.
Oh, have you seen, and listen, we give him a ton of this grief, but he loves the ribbing. I mean, it's actually, he enjoys it. He thrives on it. But I have watched, honestly, if anybody wants to check it out, I'll give him a plug, KTVE, and watch some of his sports clips. When he's interviewing, he finds, like, at these camps, he'll find another player, because you've talked to anybody, right? And he'll find another player that just happens to be at somebody's stuff, like it wasn't Billy Logan, it was another defensive lineman was having a camp. Who's the guy? Guy's a big dude. Man, it was in of course I forgot it right now. But he found another guy in the stands who happened to play basketball in Europe, and plays in Europe. But and Mike, it's just cool stories. But he connects with people, and he's like one of the guys. And it's like, and he's not like, and it's like we would think he is, but he's like, it's actually pretty entertaining.
It is, and he's doing a very good job. We give him heck, but he is doing a really good job. Alpha Menace, going back earlier, says, I agree with EH on Michael Thomas because with Breeze at quarterback and the offense Peyton runs, it's insert wide receiver here, and the passes will be there as long as the receivers hold on to the ball.
I completely agree.
People's Realtor wants to know, what does Ed Hardy think the Saints' record will be this year?
10-6.
Wow. That might not be good enough to win the division there yet.
No, I think it will. I think it's 10-6, 11-5. I love Peyton, but man, some of his decision making late in games could have really burned them even worse than it did last year in the most important game. But I don't know. For some reason, I didn't want to get into this today, but something about Breeze and the deep ball. There were some games, where we saw guys wide. I mean, from the break, like, God, he just go up. And it's not that, now, some of them were obvious. He did throw it up deep. but he just like he's not going to that box. You know, that option is not like the number one option. Like I'm gonna, but it does so much to the dynamic of the game because you stretch the field and you do. But I don't know, maybe he got picked off a couple times and but his stats, I think the postseason and the last 3 games were pretty rough.
I think I know that in baseball we get to do the home run tracker, you get to the exit velocity and all that good stuff. I wonder, because now home run you can see how far it is above the ground, how the apex, the highest height it reached, exit velocity and the distance it traveled. Apply that technology to Drew Brees' deep balls. I have a feeling that the exit velocity out of his hand is dropped 2 to 5 miles per hour. And I would imagine that the height level is up. In other words, he's having to arch it more to be able to get it deeper than he used to do.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
All right.
Now, I think we've even talked about it here, that the deep ball is it's not like what Cam Newton having to bring in somebody else to throw the Hail Mary at the end of the game, but 40 years old. You're not going to be able to throw the ball 75 yards. You might be able to throw it 68 yards. 54 yards with a little bit more oomph on it, but maybe not, you can maybe throw it 35 yards with some zip, but that 45 yards,
right,
it's just going to take a little bit more. And so they've got to just be a little bit smarter about that, and I think that's why Alvin Kamara is so valuable, and it's why we all think that Jared Cook, that sucker, 70 catches, Super Bowl.
Right. Oof.
Paul Johnson says, no Shreveport Saturday college football. There's a lot of money and political power in North Louisiana to make sure that will never happen. In other words, take away from what happens down in South Louisiana.
I always told the story that when Centenary was, beat LSU a couple times, and that was like the MO for, is to run that program to shambles or whatever, because LSU, that was such an embarrassing and stuff. But, of course, that was
30s. 1932, 33, whatever.
That was like when leather helmets were cool. So.
And Ed Hardy. Rogers, is it safe to say we've enjoyed having Ed Hardy?
Thanks for having me, man. It worked out great, and then you needed to vent.
Well, A, hope Pops is okay. B,
yes, he's going to be great.
I hope that he was able to listen and that Ole Miss cheerleader was able to listen.
She'll fill him in to the highlights.
Very good. It'll be on Facebook. They can go back and listen to it and watch it. But we have enjoyed having you in here, man. It's been fun.
Appreciate it, bro.
EH is one of the best dudes you'll ever come across, man. 9:55 the time. That's going to wrap it up for us, kids. Don't forget a full boat of shows, though. 1 to 3, Hanging with Hester. 3 to 5, Patrick Netherton Show. 5 to 6, Sports Talk with JJ and Bonsai Ben. We thank our wonderful sponsors who make it happen, Captain. Mud Butt Hockey, Brewer Quality Homes. Tomorrow, Donnie Brewer in studio. Bayou Bell Waste, the nice guys who love talking trash. GBT, the great banking team. Landers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. First Choice Personnel, Chevy Land, Swoop Store, Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar, Chapin Toyota, Daiquiri Express, Accutemp, Rapolo, Sports World, Red River Brewing, Bailey's Jewelers, Chill and Hill, Cormier Family Dentistry, Jimmy V's Fajita Factory, Porter's Cleaners, Honey Baked Ham. Thank you all for making this show possible. Officer Payne, rest in peace. TLV, Thomas LaValle, Dash 1284, rest in peace. Kids, have a great Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow morning right here on 1130 The Tiger.
Dad, what are you doing?
Cramming for college.
I'm the one going to college.
Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all.
Discover Student Loans.
Discover does student loans?
Yeah, they're one of the top private student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades.
Really?
Yeah. We still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So